And it's Tuesday again, and you know what time that make blah 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 blah. Yeah, I messed that up. And we're live too. Perfect for it.
Yeah, I was
Perfect
like,
for it.
you did it. Yeah, I
Let's
immediately started
try
hearing
that
you
again.
twice. I was like, hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Well, it's Tuesday, and you know what that means. Hey, that's the way the phrase goes. It's the ICL. Yeah. Yep, that's how it is. And we're going to play that game where you try to guess who the person who can't speak is, and then the person who laughs at him when he can't do it properly.
I mean, there. If we were going to do multiple choice, I think we really only need 2 letters. So I think, unless like TJ normally gets in here and helps us out with this game, and then everybody else ignores us. But I like it
Boom.
because, yeah, there it is. Oh, come on.
I
Yeah, it's R&B.
mean, you do kind of sound like.
I sound like Ryan.
And I
Ugh.
sound like JD. You sound like
Oh,
Ryan.
I don't know. I think I yell as much as Ryan does, so maybe that's kind of accurate.
It's like on point.
Yeah, it's fair. You should see like Ryan and I in like the airport together. It's kind of like a chaos storm. So all fair. I'll take it. But it's me. This way or this way? Yeah, this way.
I adjusted the camera and then you scooted away.
I know. I was like, what's happening?
Apparently.
It's happening, and we're here. Yeah.
Week 6. It'll be a good thing here. I do believe these are the only two quote unquote undefeated, non defeated teams. And I know for a fact that they have been very playfully talking smack to each other all week.
They have. They even sent like a little thing of candy, and it was like just like the little gummy sharks. And it's like, oh, this one will be having for a snack before the main course tonight. So it has started. It's on, and we're gonna see what happens though. Oh, I love the little SLTC logo.
The little logo that could.
Yeah. Yep. But I did try to wear amethyst lipstick to get today, but I don't think that's where we landed. So false advertising.
I mean,
Not a good brand. I'll keep looking.
I would say it's fairly close.
It's more blue than purple. Dale's playing. Oh, we love Dale. He's on Slab Sharks. Top 8 DLC Chicago, top 32 DLC Fort Worth, Toronto, and Vegas. And he's a Slab Shark captain. So we're definitely. I like this, but I also wish that his ICL picture had like some of his watches in it because I know he's got like the just. It's like one of the ones where he doesn't call them watches because they're so nice. They're like timepieces. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, it's fancy.
You're like, he doesn't have enough of his bling on in this picture. We need a better one. I'll pass that on. I'll tell Arcus. I'm sure she'll be like, fine.
Fine, we'll
Maybe
get
there's
after
another
it.
photo. Maybe
No.
we'll have to message Dale for another picture.
We need
We need.
like this will be super fine, but we just need like a little slideshow instead of like player profile pictures. It's a player profile slideshow, so that'll stress
Oh,
everybody out having to get multiple shots of themselves.
so instead of an image, it needs to be a GIF that
Yeah,
changes through
yeah,
multiple. Okay, okay.
absolutely.
We did ask them to submit up to 5 photos.
So just get it on in there. That'll be not a lot of work, and it'll be totally done in a few seconds and totally easy. And so everybody,
Oh yeah,
get
yeah.
5 to 10 photos of yourself.
I'm sure the two volunteers that do the work there for the
Are going to be
ICL would just
super
love
excited.
to hear your
Absolutely.
idea there of do 3 to 5 times the amount of work and start
Hmm.
over from the beginning.
Yes,
I think
I think it's a
that
fantastic
idea,
idea.
chef's
Yep.
kiss, chef's
Thanks.
kiss. And
Come to
speaking
me for
of a chef's kiss, we've got
heyo.
Haymaker. 4 let it goes, 0 top cuts. I mean, that's not chef's kissy. Second place Glass City, Showdown Toledo, that's a good kiss. And top 16 CCS, that's also pretty good. While the top 16 normally doesn't sound very good, the CCS is a pretty big event with a lot of sharks. Kind of a pun intended there.
Ah, I see what you did. I see what you did because they're the Slab Sharks and you called them a shark. But no, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Atlanta CCS is insane. It's where everybody comes, everybody flies from kind of all over the world at this point. So, and the one coming up is a CCQ. So it's just gotten even crazier. So that is top 16 in basically what? You can very much. Aw, thanks, J Bomb. You can barely hear wonder and can very much hear color. You're welcome. Oh, I got turned down
Well,
though.
I didn't adjust your volume in at all.
Oh, well, then maybe adjust your volume, Luke. Get on in here. Be a part of the ICL.
How about I just turn you down?
No! I'm being censored.
Well,
Just
theoretic,
yell a
like
little bit.
my mic is turned up to its maximum. I moved it
Oh.
a little closer. Maybe I can, but I don't know. Big fan of both players so far, as well as the third player here.
Aw. Shadox! Slab Sharks. He's a chill guy. Season 1 ICL runner-up with the SLTC. Yeah, he was on SLTC last season. DLC Atlanta, Let It Go Gamer, Garlic Bread Enjoyer. And he's actually quite funny. Just all around. It's one of the first things I ever noticed about him. He's very, very funny. So, I mean,
Very
I'm sure
nice,
that's
very
going to
funny.
translate straight into his Lorcana career being hilarious, but maybe. I don't know.
Is
I
that
just like to say that.
is that a good thing? Do you want a hilarious career?
I mean, not a hilarious career, but like I wouldn't mind like playing against somebody that was like fun. You know what I mean? Like my opponent. Like if your opponent's
yeah.
like fun and funny to play against, like that's kind of like that should just win you the game right there. Like,
Oh,
this was a delight.
I would win a lot more if that was the case.
You think you're fun to play against? You think you're a fun
No, I
and
think
funny
I'm funny.
opponent?
I think I'm funny. I might not be fun to play against, but
All right. Well, you know, it's always something to aspire to, right?
my humor is like one of my only few good attributes. So I do lean heavily into that. That's true.
That's why we're funny. It's all the trauma.
Definitely
All right.
true. And
Oh,
another very funny person.
Oh, Ray. You can read this.
Apparently played Diablo on turn 1 too often. I don't know. I don't think you can do that often enough. They call him the Oracle. Who calls Ray
Oh
that?
no, it's my chair. It's not. It's Do we call Ray Oracle? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it's possible. It's very possible.
Yeah.
Getting smoked by Blurple this set. Can we please ban Sale? I mean, it's funny he says that, and then he played a deck in the Fabled format that crushed Blurple and had a pretty good showing at Milwaukee. But alas, maybe he still doesn't want Sale banned. Let's try to remember that and ask him in the post-match interview.
Yeah, I think this is a Fabled player card. It doesn't actually look as though maybe this has been updated since the slight decline of Blurple.
The cards are probably not going to get updated every format. Maybe they will. Most likely they'll be the same through the season, but we might spice it up when they come on for the second time. Maybe.
Is this
Nomlix?
I feel like I'm seeing their face for the first time. Spreadsheet and list and table connoisseur somehow loses the crucial one every time. I know that feels spicy. Lasagna testing championship. Still laughing. I see what he's done here, and it took me until the last one. I appreciate all of this. I hate it. I hate that it took me that long to realize the bit, and hats off to you. Nailed it. I love everything about this.
It is one of the better things.
Shadox, you're not the funny one anymore. I'm sorry.
That's one of the funny things. Shadox is no longer the funny one.
Nope, you got. Sorry, buddy.
That's too good.
No notes.
No notes?
Phenomenal player. I mean, phenomenal player, but like, you know, and one of my favorite people in Lorcana, if not the world. But you can read his player card.
I mean, I'll let you after that introduction. I'll let you read about Fumbles. I obviously love him as well. I photoshopped him countless times. He was, I'm gonna change it right now. While you talk, I'm gonna add him as an emote.
Oh, he gets to be an emote. Look at you. Top 8 of SSG Arcasia's Island 15 case. Top 8 SCG Hartford. 5-time Stitch champion Matt winner, which feels decades ago. But I mean, getting there is honestly so difficult. Like, I bubbled out, I think, 3 times before. Anyway, Stitch was a hard one to get. It was a hard one to get. But Fumbles, again, one of my favorite people. Usually in the mornings, people are like, oh, like looking for a game. You want to play in paper? I always put looking for Fumbles because I want to watch Fumbles test Lorcana because it is one of my favorite experiences. He is very consistent. He's always in there. He's always testing, always grinding, and he has some of the best reactions to plays that I've ever seen. So super appreciate this player, and I hope that he does very, very well. So sorry for all of the biased SLTC. It all swung this way. I love you guys. But I don't know who I want to win because I am absolutely... Oh, God, this is really awful. I'm going to be... I don't. I really don't. I think I'm just like, can I just... But it could... no. Like, okay, I'm gonna have chat do the predictions for me because if I choose, I'm going to crash out.
Hello, am I here?
You're here. Nice
yeah,
sweater,
Color.
though.
You said you were struggling to pick, and I said me when I lie. Crickets? Crickets? There's no way that's crickets.
I don't get it. I'm like, it's not your fault. I just didn't get the joke. I'm so sorry.
Because if I explain the joke, then it makes it unfunny. So whoever got it can laugh.
I wanted you. Explain it. Go for it.
Me when I lie is just I'm accusing you of lying.
Oh.
You do know who you want to pick.
Oh.
So I said me when I lie.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't pick you. You're not playing. This is bad.
I tried.
It's been a long day. And Garrett came in here with the heat, and I was just like, huh? Like, sometimes, maybe this happens to everybody else, but like sometimes my brain, I'm in it with the sarcasm. I'm super quick. I'm super clever. And then other times my brain is so flat and literal that I do not understand jokes. Like, it cannot happen. And
JD said he chuckled a bit.
Yeah.
This is why I need him on the pre-show to get my jokes.
Yeah. You guys are... Yeah, he's already in it. He's in it.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay, shout out to everybody that takes things too literally. Let's go.
We're picking 2 undefeated teams, which is absolutely insane at this point. And shout out to the Slab Sharks and SLTC for not dropping
good luck picking
at all. That being said, somebody has to lose tonight, and that somebody is going to be...
It could be a tie.
Slab Sharks. No, it's not going to be a tie. It is going to SLTC. They're going to take down the Canadians and get it done. 3-0.
I mean, I'm pretty sure almost every single Slab Sharks player is a member.
I was going to say, I'm actually confused. I went through the player cards with you guys, and I have forgotten
which team is which.
I'm like, okay, Dale is on Slab Sharks. Okay, that's good. Shadox might also be on Slab Sharks. That's confusing. So I don't know, man. We're all winners. What's up?
Yeah.
We're all winners.
So that's one vote for SLTC, or did I miss your vote? We teased you for not voting, but I don't think you actually gave us a prediction.
Oh, I know. I haven't voted at all.
All right, chat. Is her lipstick purple or blue? She would like to know. And while you tell us that, she's gonna tell us. She's gonna go through the pros and cons of who she thinks is gonna win and why.
Man, I don't. This is awful. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with probably I'm just gonna go with SLTC just because I have to face fumbles every single morning and I don't want to vote
Shocker.
against him. So you know what I mean? Like this is
I'm-
supposed to be amethyst lipstick and it's not, and I'm so bummed. It was online, but not in real life.
Yeah, that's sapphire.
It's supposed to be okay, but the thing is I'm gonna wear my
Alright, let
sapphire
me-
lipstick tomorrow, and you're gonna be like, "Oh no, that's sapphire. This is."
I'm gonna turn your
purple.
green screen off for a second. We're gonna see
And
if
then it's
that
just
changes it.
nothing. Nope.
I don't think it really does,
Nope.
actually.
I'm blue. Da ba dee da ba da. Who are you picking, Luke?
It's like,
Well, let's cut to the. Whoa, we lost
it's
Garrick.
like super blue. It does look really, really blue, man. A cold purple. It is purple. There could be
Oh.
a little bit more red in it, but it does look blue. But tomorrow night, I promise you, you will see the blue one, and you'll be like, "No, that one's sapphire. This one is cooler sapphire." Well, man.
I love that he
Drop your
asked me
amethyst
who I
lipsticks
wanted
in
to
the
play,
chat.
and then he disappeared.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what you get for asking me questions.
Is it Blurple? This is Blurple. You're not here, no. This is my Blurple lipstick, and drop your favorite purple lipsticks into the chat so I can go on another search for an amethyst colored lipstick. It's a blue purple. It is Blurple. Ah. Hey, Garrick's back.
Welcome back.
Hello. I don't know what happened, but we move. All right, what's the pick? The people want to know, really.
I picked Fumbles.
Mm,
Yeah.
how does the rest of the team feel now? You hearing you say that?
I
They're like,
mean,
we're no good. We're not good enough.
I think they have like enough confidence to where my opinion doesn't put them in shambles. Guys, that has to come from within. If you were waiting on me to pick you for your self-confidence, I cannot help you. Shout out, Garrick's turn.
I picked SLTC.
Oh,
I
It's
picked before you.
basically my turn. Just been muting and unmuting really quickly to get the background, but I feel like I almost want to go for SLTC to like enrage the Slab Sharks and into crushing SLTC. But then saying that, does that mean I'm actually voting for Slab Sharks? Like, these are 6 players that I like. I mean,
as opposed to
honestly,
all the
that's
other
almost
plays in the
every week.
ICL.
I mean, it's like, which is honestly almost every week.
Yikes!
He tells us on the back end which teams he hates.
True, we have a list. We have a list.
Who's on the naughty and the nice list.
Honestly, it's a
Yep,
very short list.
exactly. But I think I'm gonna go with. I mean, I feel like both of them are SLTC, so I'm gonna go for the division of the Slab Sharks division. I'm gonna
Yes,
go for that.
yes.
I see.
The subdivision of it. My gosh, I think it's because like SLTC is majority Canadian as well. So honestly,
It's
It
the
all works out.
Canadian
We're all
branch of
gonna win.
SLTC.
all gonna win except for the people that lose, and that's a vibe.
I thought I was casting round 1.
He does. Well, I was casting round 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I know they can't hear me.
Luke
even
I
mutes
asked-
himself, and then we just look like we're talking to the
Well,
voices.
I was muted on purpose. I was muted on purpose.
We just talked to the voices here on the ICL, but this is the matchup that everyone's been waiting for. The 2 undefeated teams, Team Slab Sharks versus SLTC. I could not be more excited as we are getting into round number 1 here between Dale and Ray. 2 of the best players in Disney Lorcana, if you don't mind my saying.
I
2
don't mind at all.
Emerald Steel legends.
Oh yes, very much so. I completely agree. And again, this is like, oh, this is painful. Like, it's kind of, this is like For me, this is like that DLC level when you're like at the top tables and you just sit down and you just like see your friends sitting across from each other and you're like, no, not like this. Like, you know what I mean? Like that stress.
You want to sit
Oh
next
gosh.
to your friends, not
Yes.
across from
You're
them.
like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like we were at the top table, like right next to each other, not across from each other. This is the worst timeline. So this is like I always get the most stressed, and I think that's why I'm not very good at competitive Disney Lorcana in that high stress environment, because I get in situations like this and I'm like, oh no, and let all my feelings get me. I know, JDZ, they are both so handsome. Like, and you didn't even get here to swipe whichever way that you're supposed to swipe.
You swipe right.
Oh, okay.
And you swipe left if it's no good.
Oh, okay. Well.
So we're
Fair
swiping right on both of these gentlemen for sure. I'm excited to see what the matchup ends up being, because we are in a new set. We are in a new format. Ray could play anything. He could come out here with Amber, Sapphire, Princesses, and we'd all be like, yeah, that tracks. Dale, also a very versatile player. So really looking forward to this one. Who I'm going to make you pick the winner of this particular match.
Mean.
Who are you going with here? You went with SLTC, but does that mean that Ray is going to win round number 1, or is it going to be Dale?
I don't love this. I do love in chat again. JDZ is just like hanging out on the sidelines, dying right now, because he's like, if Dale wins, and Ray's not going to finish his tattoos, because Ray is a tattoo artist and he has done the majority of Dale's tattoos. And actually, when you see them play, Ray did the tattoos on the back of Dale's hands. So we'll get to see some of his
I need
work
some
tonight.
Ray. I need some Ray tattoos.
I know. I was like, I'd have to go to Canada to get it, but at the same time, it's like it's kind of worth it at that point.
Enrich. Oh, never mind. The next time Ray is at a DLC, because I don't believe he got a Richmond ticket.
I don't think he's gonna bring his stuff with him. That's like you. Being
Well,
like,
he
hey,
will.
Can you cut my hair? Oh,
we can convince him, and then we can all get we can all get matching tattoos.
We can all get matching tattoos as he flies all of his.
Are you in or are you out, color?
I mean, I'll get a matching tattoo. That's
all right. She's in. You heard it, Ray. You heard it. We're getting them. SLTC tattoos coming up.
Absolutely, I will get one. Just like not like.
I'm gonna get one across my back, like LeBron James chosen one tattoo.
I don't know if you can make Ray work for free for that long, but we do see Ray go to play a cursed merfolk. So we're seeing some emerald, and I think we see a Demona inked on the other side. So maybe some emerald steel versus emerald amethyst. That's my guess. That's my guess.
Yeah, Ray has been playing a really interesting emerald, but he loves his emerald cards and he loves his steel cards, but we'll see if emerald cards are going with steel, and it looks like they are. But
see Flynn Ryder and then Webby come down. Okay, that was like, again, the whisper cards usually get me, and if it's a little blurry, I'm like, that's a whisper. But we do.
I was gonna say, is the screen super blurry for you on your end? Because it is for me.
100% is, and we are seeing an emerald steel versus emerald amethyst. It's there. We've got the Kakamora. And do we have, okay, we have the John Silver. We don't have the dump truck. So that is the deck that Ray is playing. And this is hilarious. This is the deck where basically you play a 1-drop. And then on turn 2, he goes sick, dump truck, Kakamora. And you go, my 1-drop. So that is absolutely the deck that, you know, they have a special name for that I won't say on stream, but in chat, you know it, you love it. And John Silver comes down, and now Ursula cannot challenge next turn.
Yeah, Ursula not going to be doing much challenging regardless. The good old 1-3 coming down on to the board. It always really hurts when you play an Ursula and don't hit anything, because that's just such a bad stat line to put down on turn number 2. That's not providing any sort of static effect or ability that you can use later on in the game.
But it would have been nice to get that merfolk out of the way. But again, merfolk will get to live to see another day because of the one strength on that Ursula. That's about the only thing she could have done. But at this point, we are not going to get to see that this time.
I think what Ray is doing is really interesting here. Playing an aggressive deck that is not only utilizing the shift ability with the Floodborn Webby, but also utilizing the boost ability. I think this is really what aggro deck should be doing right now, is utilizing this, because a lot of the time you're emptying your hand, you're going as wide as possible, but these whispers can provide additional value even when there aren't any cards in your hand. So I really like the deck building decisions on Ray's side of the board when you're trying to go fast here. That Flynn Rider can really help out when you don't have something else to play, as the Prince Philip with Ward comes down on Dale's side.
Yeah, we do see that come down, and I think that we're getting a little bit of thing here that the lore is flipped. I think Ray is at 6 and then Dale is at 0. So I think that is one of the things. It seems like production is working on that. So thank you, chat, for pointing that out. I'm gonna do that because there we go. Internet going to tears. Anyway, so yeah. This is a pretty great start for Ray. We've got quite a few things on the board, but as we know, well, us only being at 3 ink, Amethyst does have the ability to have Elsa and things like that. So, but Ray's turning sideways anyway, so I don't think we care.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Ray
this is a
gaining
fast start.
5 there, not opting to shift, not opting to boost, as we do have a Kakamora come down, going to deal 1 because there is a pirate on the board, and then finish off the Ursula with the Fire the Cannon. So Kakamora is a 0-2 when you play this character. If you have another pirate character in play, you may deal 1 damage to chosen opposing character, I believe, or just chosen character. Either way, it comes in, it deals 1 damage. It's like Dump Truck, but with pirates.
Yep. Like Dump Truck with pirates. And then when you play both of them in a turn, you're ending up putting 2 bodies with 2 damage, and then you just feel real bad if you're on the receiving end of that, because typically last set I was playing, like Aurora on 1, and he's like, oh, okay, cool, Dump Truck and Kakamora on turn 2, and I'm like, please don't ever do that again. But he did it every single time, and here we say we are on like 3 ink, and the game is halfway over at 11-0 for Ray over here. And he's like, yeah, this is all my stuff. Look at all the things I have on the board. And
Yeah, really
Dale is
tough
quite
position
used to
for
this,
Dale.
but at the same time, my goodness, triggering your PTSD against Ray, that is absolutely what this feels like. This is what he does to us.
Yeah, shout out to Fumbles in the chat, who has plenty of webcam games against Ray, as we may have lost Ray there. Nope, Ray is back, so no worries on that. And it looks like Prince Philip might have to go into combat mode here and start challenging to get some of this lore off the board. We are going to go for the Curse Merfolk, the only thing currently questing for 2, but we do know that those Whispers can quest for 2 if they are boosted. We see the Genie go into the discard pile. That's not a character that's going to be battling the board too well for Dale. We'll see what he's able to come up with here to try and stay in this game.
Yeah, we definitely see. I mean, honestly, the Genie with the 2 strength, that does take out the Kakamora, the Flynn, and the Webby at this point. Now, if he comes down and shifts the Webby, that will be a 2-4, and that's not really gonna do much. But we know that we do see that Dale is kind of sitting at 3 ink. So unfortunately, 6 is the magic number, and I don't think we will be able to get to Mean, Malicious, and Scary by that point. The game will be quite over by that point, but we...
A double Mean, Malicious, and Scary on this turn would have been absolutely insane, but it doesn't look like Dale had it here. He really probably wants to get at least 2 characters down onto the board this turn to try and challenge into these characters on the next turn, at least a little bit more efficiently. So the Genie going down into the discard pile. Let's see what Dale's got in hand to try. But it looks like it's just going to be a Mother Knows Best, which is going to remove 1 of the questers from the board. We're going to choose the Flynn Rider, which can boost a quest for 2. So pretty good choice there.
Yeah, definitely a good choice. And we are going to put another Warded Philip into there to do our own Webby. And unfortunately, that'll give our Prince Philip +1 this turn, but that goes away, so it doesn't matter. It's just like a little tiny trigger that didn't really help. But at the same time, now we have something on there. Potentially we can shift our own Webby next turn, and that does have 2 strength. But unfortunately, by that point, if we go ahead and boost that Flynn, that he will quest for 2, he will also get +2 strength as well. So he becomes a bigger boy after he gets boosted. Those whispers.
Yeah, 3-2 that quest for 2. So really, really punishing to challenge into that character. It's great in the current format because there are so many 2-drop characters that are 3/3s. Think of Black Heron, Diablo, and of course you have Calhoun is still out there. We are going to get up and active and trade here with the Prince Philip. I think that's a pretty heads up move on the side of Ray. That is going to be the best challenger on the opposite side of the board. And here we have another John Silver replacing the previous one. So it looks like, unless there is a shift, your Flynn Rider is probably going to live to see another day. So I really like that challenge.
So if that shift, even if he shifts, the John Silver
All right, you're right.
Yeah, I was about to say the John Silver effect still sits onto it, even though it shifts, so that still would not be able to
Word
challenge.
is not a cleanse.
Yep, I was about to say, oh no, but then we do see a genie come down and let us draw a card, and unfortunately, I don't think that there's a card in the game that would help us right now. But 14, 19, and then if we shift a Webby on Ray's side, that would be game. So we'll see if that last card in hand is a shift Webby, and if it is, then Ray had it all.
Well, it should be Flynn Rider, right? Because that got bounced the last turn and we didn't ink. So I think we know that that is Flynn.
Oh yeah, Mother knows best. Right back in the hand. So we would have to draw the Webby for turn, and if that happens, again, Ray had it all. And honestly, I know, like I keep saying it, but like this is what he does. This is the joke that he had on his player card about like, oh shit, played turn 1 Diablo too many times. This is it. This is the pain. Oh, can't challenge. Oh dear. They can quest though. That would be nice. All right.
John Silver was so good in that situation. Does Ray have it? We are going to boost our Flynn Rider, get that extra lore quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, going all the way up to 19. So it doesn't look like we found the shift line, but playing one more character probably just good enough at this point.
Yeah, and we do know again that we can go ahead and boost that Flynn Rider if we wanted to, but we're at 19, so that would be a silly game action to take. However, I mean, let's see. Look, we're sitting at I think 5 ink at this point, so we can rush in an Elsa, but again, we don't. No, I'm not sure what we can do. We can scoop. That is actually a perfect plan, and we can go to game 2 where now I'm on the play and I know what you're trying to do, and I'm not gonna let you do it again. Except, how does this match up? I feel like Ray beats decks to beat specific decks. And then you're just kind of left being like, well.
Yeah, this Amethyst Emerald deck, I'm trying to think like what tools it realistically has to stand up to Ray's deck, which can pretty easily remove any 1-drops that come down, like Webby. With Dump Truck, with Kakamora, and things like that. But like you mentioned, we do have the Prince Philip with Ward, which is nice. But the Prince Philip had to get active there and challenge, wasn't able to remain upright. Genie, obviously a character that is pretty resilient at the 2/4, and playing it on your turn 4 before your opponent gets to that amount of ink is always really good. So being on the play here, Dale might just be able to tempo win this particular game out just because his deck's pretty fast as well.
Yeah, and I think so too. I mean, even if you now being on the play, if you play Webby on turn 1, she is a 1/2, so you're not going to be able to respond with the Dump Truck Kakamora thing in time to be able to shift the Webby, which then gives her ward. So you might be able to put 1 damage onto the Webby, which might be kind of beneficial. But if Dale is able to shift Webby on turn 2, then we've got a nice warded up character. We've got Prince Philip, who also has ward. So those are some things that'll be able to, kind of keep our characters on the board and get away from those fire the cannons and all the dumping that this deck can do on you. Ward helps the dumping.
Shout out Dump Truck. Came in like a wrecking ball, and Ray is keeping the character alive, and you love to see it as Ray is really thinking over the altar here. It's really important when you're playing an aggressive strategy to get the right opener, and Ray kind of knows what he wants to see here against this Emerald Amethyst strategy. So really thinking that line over, and hopefully it works out for him.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a deck that Ray built. He was playing it towards the end of last set as well, so I'm not quite sure like what upgrades that it got this set. I mean, obviously we do see the Flynn, which is going to help it go a little bit faster, which that's always the way. Like, I love listening to Ray talk about the cards and how he builds the decks and everything, because there's always I mean, obviously you guys always have a reason why you put cards in the deck, but the balance and everything. And this Flynn Rider just seems to be a solid little card, especially for a 1-drop that you can pump into a 3/2 for 2 lore. Not bad.
Solid little tricky card. I believe that is what SLTC stands for, as Gogo goes into the inkwell yet again. We'll see what Ray here has for turn number 1. Would probably love to see that dump truck, follow it up with a Kakamora on the next turn, remove that Flynn Rider really easily as we're tapping around, we're tap dancing. What is it going to be?
I don't know. It's like, maybe if I put a damage on it here and then potentially go here, and then it's going to be a Captain Hook, just a solid, solid little guy. And our set 1 art at that. We were having a kind of a debate about that on the Illumineers. I say I was in chat, doing my thing. But again, set 1 art versus the new Captain Hook art. Thoughts?
I like them both.
You like them both? Yeah.
I'm a big fan of both. I play 2 and 2 when I'm playing the cards. I think that is
mad lad.
the right way to do it. As I mean, that's what people were doing with minis and Olafs, the 1/3s.
No, you just run mini.
No.
Why would you ever? Okay, if you're gonna run Olaf, you have to commit to Olaf. You can't just run mini for Olaf. And she's always classy. You have to run all. Garrick, you mad lad! I've learned something about my friend here. But we do see that we have the okay.
Did have the dump truck, but didn't have the follow up. So it makes sense to put the Captain Hook down on the board. But this hand is extremely quick on the side of Ray, which is what you would expect to see here. Dale trying to take it all in.
5 1-drops and a Pete. I mean, come on, Ray. I mean, those are all pretty good cards. 3 of them quest for 2. 2 of them are basically good, offensive cards. And then Pete itself is a very defensive card. So, I mean, the hand in itself is pretty good. It's a good hand, but we'll see. I mean, being on the draw again, once you drop those 1-drops and then your Pete, which, we might stop a Mother Knows Best from Dale's side. So we're just going to go ahead and ink the Pete and just get busy, get active, and get 1-drop dropping. Dropping the 1. I'm out. You got it.
You're right. We are going to drop the 1-drops onto the board. The Curse Merfolk, a staple of the game since set number 3, if I remember correctly. There's the Cheshire Cat.
Okay. So
now, this is a really, really important card against aggressive strategies. You can use that Cheshire Cat over and over and over just to remove their ready-to characters. It's such a valuable card to have, even in like mid-range mirrors. But against aggressive decks, just the power of the Cheshire Cat cannot be overstated, as the Curse Merfolk are going to get questing here. They do not deal any damage in return, so the Cheshire Cat will not be able to challenge in and boost off of that, as we are going to put a dump truck down. Did we get the Kakamora? We did, so...
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the Cheshire Cat is out of here. What an insane draw! To draw the Kakamora, to then draw the Fire the Cannons, to make sure that Cheshire Cat, which would have wreaked havoc on this board, can go ahead and just... That's crazy. That was an insane set of draws.
Yeah, that completely swung the tempo of this game back into Ray's favor. Now, starting on the next turn, depending on what Dale gets onto the board, Ray might feel pretty safe to start questing more aggressively as Iago goes down into the inkwell. Here comes Dumbo. Now, you might think Iago, pretty big, a 4/6, being able to contest this board, but also Fire the Cannons is a card, as we just saw, and that Iago can be really sturdy or extremely fragile depending on the matchup, and I don't think this is the matchup you want to risk another Fire the Cannons coming out.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to watch your one cost fire the cannons. Go ahead and pop your giant parrot. That's not what you want. So we did. That's a pretty decent ink to go ahead and do the Dumbo thing. Now, sitting here looking at this board again, it's like, how did one drops just do this? You know, like, why am I scared of this many one drops? It's because there's too many of them on the board. There's too many at once. And I guess we're just going to go ahead. We don't know how many cards Dale has in hand. Maybe it is just the one card, but we're going to have to go ahead. It was 2 cards, so we do get rid of the Mother Knows Best because we do know that Ray probably has that Ursula 2 in their deck, so that could come off the top and go ahead and snipe the last card in your hand if you get a little bit too greedy and don't get rid of it. But we are just going to go ahead and boost that Flynn Rider and get active questing. So much lore.
Why did the Curse Merfolk go into the discard pile?
We challenged with Ursula.
We
And discarded
challenged.
Mother Knows Best.
Okay, and discarded Mother Knows Best. Gotcha.
Yep.
I was like, wait
You
a second.
almost gaslit me for like 2 seconds. I was like, I literally just called that play and all that information.
For some
is gone.
reason, my brain was fried, and I thought she sang it. I was like, doesn't that cost 3? Ursula can't sing that.
Oh,
But
no,
then,
no. She challenged in with the Merfolk. And
Challenged in
then
the
discarded
discard, right.
Mother Knows Best because, yeah. And then you were like, how did that happen? Yeah, again, like I said, So, yes. So, again, now we're staring down. We've got the Flynn Rider challenging, which I'm sure he did not want to do. But we went ahead and put 1 damage onto the Captain Hook because, again, we could not boost the... Because we played Dumbo this turn, we were not able to go ahead and boost? Or what?
Well, we challenged the Ursula with Captain Hook. To remove it with the Captain Hook. With the old Challenger 3 there. So Ray being able to get some of these characters off of the board. We saw him challenge last game and also challenge this game. Challenging with your Captain Hook's probably the best thing you want to do with it. Let everything else quest, as Dump Truck is going to go into the discard, being challenged by Flynn Rider here. Dale contemplating, are we going to challenge or are we going to draw? It looks like we are going to use that ability, Breaking Records, to draw a card and gain a lore.
Pay 1, gain 1, draw 1. And we did get a Cheshire Cat back onto the board, which, again, we saw how many cards that Ray had to dedicate to that last Cheshire Cat to get that inexplicable cat on out of here. So this card is very, very good in this matchup. And Dale's like, do it again. I dare you.
Right now, Ray running low on cards in hand. Dale kind of stabilizing at this point, being able to find that Cheshire Cat and also keep Ray's side of the board pretty slim. So the Cheshire Cat could be huge here. Ray only at 6 right now, forced to challenge the Flynn Rider down.
If that's a doc, I will flip this table because that means that Ray truly does have it all. And he's just going to get busy, go again. Quest for 2. Kakamuras are sideways, getting that lore. But the Flynn Rider, we're holding back a little bit to play a card that nobody can tell what it is. And it might just be another Flynn Rider because we went ahead and boosted it up to get... That's another... We're just going as fast as possible. And again, we need a doc off the top. We need to refuel, re-engage, because that Dumbo's about to do work for Dale.
Yeah, questing here with the Kakamora, as the Kakamora have no strength, but here we see the Elsa, the 5th Spirit, come down. One of the best cards introduced in the game in that Shimmering Skies set. We are going to get one of those Flynn Riders exerted. We'll see what we decide to challenge in with, but that might just be good enough to shut the door on Ray's aggression, as we are going to get some damage onto our Elsa, remove a 2-quester. And next turn, we can start using that boost ability of the Cheshire Cat, unless, of course, Ray challenges in and uses something like a Dump Truck to remove the Cheshire Cat, but then you have a 0-1 staring down 2 evasives, which is not where you want to be. So Dale looking like he is in complete control of this game right now.
Oh, no, this looks amazing, especially because, okay, well, that was a little rough on that side. So we are going to go ahead and... Okay, so we found the fire cannons off the top. Basically, we went ahead and put in that Wow. Okay. So we, sorry, I just get really excited watching them play. We found a fire the cannons. Fire the cannons, 2 damage onto the Cheshire Cat. Then we played our dock, which we said we needed that dock off the top. And then what ended up happening is we found basically enough steam to go ahead and get rid of the Cheshire Cat again. And I know that I just said, like, hey, like, here's my Cheshire Cat. We're going to make you have it. Ray did it. Ray had it again, but he did have to discard a couple cards with the dog just to kind of get there. But at the same time, it was the correct play to get that Cheshire Cat off the board.
Yep, Cheshire Cat is removed, so we're not going to be able to move that damage off the Elsa unless we find another one. But we do exert both characters to draw 2 cards and gain 2 lore. Right now, Ray, with only a single dock staring down the world, 2 cards in hand.
One dock against the world. It's not, you know.
He's going to need to find more docks here consecutively to try to get back into this game.
Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, the way the cards fell, and again, it seems like he had to discard a Lexington to get him there, but it does seem that has given Dale the space to kind of turn this corner and throw down a Webby and a Go-Go to make his board a lot more wide, and hopefully we might be running out of gas on Ray's side, or we might do some crazy shenanigans and get the dock back in our hand. Who knows? That's typically some of this. Okay, we're just going to play the John Silver. I never know with Ray. You never know what he's going to do, you know?
Here comes the John Silver, preventing a challenge here. We're going to choose Dumbo, but I don't believe Ray lost any cards to the dock. I believe that Lexington was one of the cards that was underneath Flynn Rider.
Oh, it makes sense.
Challenged, yeah, revealed it. So he still does have 2 cards in hand. Putting down the John Silver, preventing a challenge for this turn, but can still remove the dock, but potentially setting himself up for big dump truck or Kakamora plays here to ping off these other characters, as multiple will have to challenge in to remove dock.
Yeah, basically, that's kind of like a really good strategy for this deck is like, okay, you're going to have to come in. We're being very, very aggressive, so we're getting the lore that we need. And then at the same time, you're going to have to come in and challenge to get rid of things. And then the Kakamora and the dump truck do an awesome job of cleaning up, as you were saying, the rest of the board. So just a little bit of a diabolical kind of deck building construction on Ray's side.
Yeah, Ray, an incredibly good deck builder, as we are going to send 2 into the dock to remove it, the Go-Go and the Webby. So Ray could be setting something up here. We will see if that does happen. Obviously, choosing the Dumbo saves a little bit of lore. Otherwise, could have quested with Webby and Go-Go. Here comes Prince Philip. That is something we always have to keep in mind. If we get too wide, malicious, mean, and scary, plus the shift could end things for us on the spot. So another thing that Ray really needs to keep track of, as we're going to draw up to 3. We have 3 ink to work with. What does Ray have in response?
Yeah, we definitely have to be wary of that, because it looks like Dale's Inkwell is very, very close to that 6 shift thing. So we are just going to go ahead and throw Go-Go down.
Go for
and go
3.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. And so we kind of have to keep that in mind as well. So unfortunately, though, if we do respond with that mean, malicious, and scary Prince Philip combo board wipe, we do have a giant evasive 6/6 with 3 lure on the board to kind of help us catch up, because with Dale being at 5 and Ray at 13 is a very, very uphill battle to go ahead and try to climb, unless we just keep ripping Go-Go's off the top, which is rude, but doable.
Yeah, it's not impossible. We do know that 1 went into the inkwell for the first ink of the game for Ray. So only 2 more Go-Go's left in the deck at this point, but it does have Dale thinking a little bit. How many more Go-Go's will we see? Let's take a look at the hand.
Look at it with the Ursula. I love it. So it is
Webby.
a Webby. Is that good Webby? That is the Junior Prospector Webby. That is the Ward Webby in the hand, as we get down to about 1 frame per second, which I think is a decent amount of frames to have for your games. But We are taking a little bit of time to think because, again, I mean, look how wide this board is. I don't think we need a mean, malicious, and scary in a Prince Philip situation. Like, we are fully in control at this point in the game.
Yeah, just have to make sure that you are able to clear threats. The unfortunate part for Ray on the Webby is she costs 4 to play unless you are shifting her for 2. The unfortunate thing for Dale being she has ward, so she cannot be removed unless the Prince Philip combo comes down. So pros and cons on either side as Demona hits the Inkwell. Here comes another Webby. We are going to boost up our Ursula and remove that potential 3 damage for a go-go to feast on. So really well played there by Dale.
Absolutely. Super heads up play. Basically saying, like, okay, you got me once. You got me once with the go-go damage situation. You can't have another one. Is that the Quackfaster?
Quackfaster has hit the board.
So Quackfaster says, whenever you play this character, you basically take a card and put it under a character or location with boost.
Free boost.
Yep, free boost. Just a free boosty for you, which does get around that you can only boost once per turn thing. Well, not with Quackfaster. She is a very helpful librarian. It's not her name, but she is a librarian. She's kind of insane too, but in a good way, like in a fun way, you know?
In a fun little insane way. You know? As Ray right now is in a pretty tough situation. We are going to quest here to 14. There is 0 point in contesting the board right now. You will lose the game if you start doing that. So we're going to get a lore onto the board. We are going to play Webby down next turn. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lore on Dale's side. So he is 1 away. If he has
shift the Webby,
Webby or shift Philip, it is game.
Yeah, you just shift the Prince Philip. It's got 3 lore on it. That's the extra lore that you were looking for right there, you know? So really well played game by Dale and Ray. So we got a game 3, which, you know what, guys, if you're going to be playing on the ICL and you don't go do a game 3, come on, I want to cast more. I want to watch more Disney Lorcana, and we are here for a game 3. This is Rail. I married their names. That was like a Dale, Rail, and then I'm like, nope, don't like that. What about a
Day?
No, yeah, Day. I won't ever do that again. I'm sorry, everyone. This is my formal apology. Rail, let's go Rail. I did it one more time. I'm sorry. Okay, so game 3, everybody. Really well played game though, Garrick. Don't you think? Like that was. I felt like for a while there was like back and forth. Like, oh, okay. Like, oh, wait, hold on. So this is so much better than Fabled. Okay, I'm fine. I'm sorry, I'm fine.
Yeah. Being on the draw for Ray, obviously a really tough position to be in against this Emerald Amethyst strategy, but was able to navigate it really, really well, able to use the Kakamuras, the dump trucks, and the fire the cannons to sort of gain board advantage back, but Dale able to battle back in his own right and find some tricks to gain that board advantage right back from Ray. So yeah, it was a really cool back and forth sort of game. Ray being on the play here wants to go a little bit faster. Want to find things like triple curse merfolk might be pretty good. We'll see what he's able to come up with here, but you just want to try and go under this sort of mid-range sort of deck that Dale is running. Ray is running full force here, aggro, aggressive. It can battle a little bit, but it is the faster of the 2 decks, undoubtedly.
Absolutely. It's like aggro with a little bit of bite. And if that doesn't explain what Ray does to you when he plays Disney Lorcana, I don't know what does. But again, I mean, Dale knows too. And I mean, he's a phenomenal player as well. And again, you know, we know what Ray's going to do. We see it. Can we stop it, essentially? And like, so we can go ahead and make sure that our 1-drop isn't going to be banished by the dump truck Kakamura on turn 2. Hopefully we get a little bit more. So we definitely don't want to start out with our Flynns. We probably would like to. Oh no, can anything survive that? What do we got in the deck? Webby, nope. Flynn, nope. So
Ursula.
Turn 1, ink it. All right, Dale. Thank you, turn 1. You don't need it. Turn 2, let's get after it. Oh, goodness. This is why the deck is so mean on the play. It does what it's supposed to do, unless will he have it?
Yeah, playing dump truck in set 8 was like my favorite thing to do ever. Nice curse merfolk, buddy. See ya, pal.
Yep.
I win the game instantly. That's what Ray wants to do. Just be on the play dump truck, play Kakamora, send them to the great beyond.
I know, it's funny. I like the first time I actually saw the dump truck being played on the ICL. I think Wochuk was playing it, and JDZ and I were casting, and JDZ and I were in shambles over it because it was so funny to see this card in an actual competitive setting. And now I have a healthy fear of it, and I will probably try not to ever laugh at a card like that again because I ate my words for sure on that card.
Yeah, I did too.
Mm.
Which is why I don't evaluate cards anymore. I
I
let the
just steer
better
clear.
players do that. As we do have the Curse Merfolk on 1. That's exactly what Ray wants to see. We'll see if more are able to come down or if we're able to do the double dump truck or Kakamora play here on turn number 2, which might break this game wide open. Another Pete hits the inkwell. Nope, it's
Not
going to be a Captain Hook and a
gonna
Fire the
fly.
Cannon. So we're going to remove that opposition, get to questing. That'll be almost as good. You do lose a lore there immediately, and then obviously some lore over the course of the game with the action instead of playing double characters there. But you do what you can with the cards you have.
Absolutely. And we know that if you go ahead and boost that Flynn Rider, he becomes a 3-2, which a 3-2 smashing into a 0-1 is going to live for a long time. As we do see Webby, that's our mystery enthusiast, our little one-drop Webby coming in. And please, is Webby going to make it? Oh, we do see a Lexington come down. Now, this is our 4-4 with alert, and we know that even that Stone by Day will not be active because Ray has already dumped his hand enough to where Stone by Day doesn't matter. We have less than 3 cards in hand.
Yeah. That villain tag on Demona, by the way, did just spoil Gargoyles for me.
I can't believe you didn't know. I'm sorry.
I was never a Gargoyles kid back in the day. I spent a lot of time watching
shows.
I was watching Batman the animated series.
You could watch both.
Sorry, I did not. I don't think I had the channel that it aired on. I'm gonna be honest.
You didn't have Disney? That's crazy.
I don't think so. As Webby goes into the Curse Merfolk here, we discard a Genie.
We have a childhood fail on Garrick's side, but it's fine.
I think that's more on my parents' side for not having the package. They didn't have
watch
the
Batman,
Disney
but you couldn't watch Disney.
package.
It's usually on the same thing. They didn't do that to us until way later. It was WB.
Yeah, we watched
Luke is
Batman
yelling
the
at me in my ear.
animated series with Animaniacs, Freakazoid, Earthworm Jim, and
Yes, you
all
watch
the
all the
Warner
good stuff,
Brothers
but you
classics.
you flip through and you keep going and you get to the Disney Channel. That was not extra. Where did you guys live? Oh my gosh. Disney was free. The Disney Channel was free when we were kids.
No, they're the free channels and there are the cable channels.
Apparently, I always had cable, and I am privileged, and that's that production yelling at me in my ear, basically.
What did we learn today, Color?
That I'm poor now, but I wasn't when I was a kid. No, I'm just kidding.
Katie in the chat, Color
Shout
grew
out.
up rich, confirmed.
Because I had the Disney Channel growing up.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
here
it's
comes
not true
Lexington.
anymore, Katie, so we're good. But we have a Lexington army, which Garrick would know if he had Disney. But I'm sure you have it
I'm
now,
watching
Garrick.
it now.
I've seen your house. I've seen your
watched-
house. Okay? You have Disney now. I bet you do.
I watched 3 episodes of Gargoyles last night, so I'm locked in and laser focused on that for sure. I can't believe Demona betrayed the Wyvern clan. Can we talk for a second? Why do they call it I don't like Wyvern.
Wyvern?
No, they
Isn't
call
that
it
Wyvern?
Wyvern in the show. They're calling it Wyvern.
Oh.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
But Ray and Dale right now locked in Mortal Kombat. It is pretty much a thinker here as the Genie does come down. The Cheshire Cat is on the board, but the Lexingtons make things a lot more difficult. They both have alert, so they can challenge into the Genie. They do one-shot the Cheshire Cat there, which is a 3-4. So the bodies aren't as quick, but they are more sturdy, which might just be good enough if you're Ray. We're going to exert 2. What do we find? Double
2
Flynn
Flynns.
Rider.
Absolutely. Go ahead and get it down, get busy. And we're going to leave our Captain Hook active and ready because he can be taken out by the Cheshire Cat, which would be able to put damage onto something and then start moving around and get a little wibbly wobbly with some of our damage. But I mean, just turning those Lexington sideways, those are still 4/4s, which again, you cannot challenge in with your Cheshire Cat and leave it up hanging. You can't challenge in with your Genie either. So you're not able to leave damage on anything. And that's giving us being at 8 lore, that's giving us enough of a lead to where if we double boost Flynn next turn, which is a lot of ink, we can still quest quite a bit before that Cheshire Cat starts being a bit of a problem.
Yeah, it is a lot of an ink investment, but it might just be worth it. You could continue to develop the board as you aren't really worried about a board wipe at this point, especially not with a Prince Philip missing from the board. As Genie's going to come down, we're going to look for some more answers. So I could see Ray going wider here on the next turn, waiting one more turn to quest with the Flynns, and then just turning everything sideways simultaneously. We'll see what he has and what he is able to do, but it might just be one more turn of the Lexingtons going solo or duo, and then boosting the Flynns the turn after.
Okay, so I'm kind of looking at the board, and I'm going to go ahead and assume that that Genie is in the discard, and we didn't just manifest the Genie army.
It was
Okay,
discarded off of the
I
Curse Merfolk.
blinked, and all of a sudden we had 3 wishes trying to be fulfilled. But again, he is in the discard, so we still only have the 2. But I mean, drawing cards is not that bad. We're still putting that down. Again, we do have the Webby Mystery Enthusiast in the deck, so if we wanted to, what we could do is basically play that, pump up the Genie, and then we'd have another 3/4 if we were just so inclined. But we are just gonna play the cards in our hand, and we're gonna go a little bit wide here to get some questing / challenging power, because again, boosting Flynn makes him a 3/2, and that punches kind of hard.
Yeah, it punches a lot harder than the Genies and the Webby do currently. Dale still in the tank here. Are we going to send anything sideways? Are we going to challenge? It'd have to be a double challenge to get rid of a single Lexington off of the board.
Feels terrible. Feels bad.
Could also sing something. We do know that Mother Knows Best is in the deck. Considering all options here before we pass it on to Ray, but we are going to send it on over. We'll see what Ray has here. 2 cards in hand.
Oh, if it's a dock, this is going to be crazy because they always have it, but do they always have it? We're still just confidently turning those Lexingtons sideways because why wouldn't we at this point? So again, we're going to kind of see, are we just going to leave those Flynn Riders? Nope, we're just going to fire the cannons and we're going to hit that little tiny Flynn Rider, which there goes our potential 3/2. Goodbye. Bye-bye now.
Yeah, I really wonder what Ray has here as this final card in hand. Did not look very pleased with the draw for that turn. Opts to go with the fire the cannons. I'm sure would have loved to play down another character, but like we predicted, just going with the Lexingtons one more time. Might have to do it again next turn because we didn't get any wider.
I know, and if we do see an Elsa come down, I mean, I guess it kind of forces his hand. At this point, the Cheshire Cat is not doing its thing because any challenging is going to go ahead and get rid of what's happening on Dale's board and not holding any damage to make that effect active at all. And again, for what we see on the board, Ray did use the fire the cannons and got rid of the potential 3/2, which that could have maybe combined with the Webby 3/2, maybe taken on the Lexington and potentially done something. But at this point, those Lexingtons are doing a lot of work, as we do see a Mean, Malicious, and Scary able to come down and be sung. So that does put 1 damage on everything. So that's okay. So we're going to put 1 damage on everything. So now we have some damage to play with so we can do some boosting.
Oh, and there she is, the Scourge of the Wyvern Clan. Demona herself comes onto the board. Ray is going to get to draw 2 cards there. But now the opposite side of the board is open and ready for challenging. Those Flynn Riders are probably going down, maybe along with the Captain Hook. And we might just be left with
I mean, left with Captain Hook and some Lexingtons with damage that can really start getting busy, active, and going for it next turn. And now we have damage sprinkled.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do not believe that Captain Hook is still on the board. He is
Oh,
not, as
okay,
Webby
no.
did challenge into that. Passing on over to Ray, it is also worth to note that the Scourge of the Wyvern clan exerts all other gargoyles, and they cannot ready on the next turn because
'Cause
you
they have
have
three
three cards in hand. So, shout out to the Ravensburger development team for that very, very
Flavorful win.
flavorful win, as Color puts it.
Sorry. What were
No,
you
you're
going
good.
to say here?
I don't know. You filled in the blank for me. Sometimes casting is a game of ad libs, and you have to know when your co-caster does not have the word they're looking for, and
Oh,
you did,
okay.
and you came in clutch.
I
Thank
thought I
you.
took it from you. I
It
felt
was
like
an
you deflated
alley-oop.
like a balloon.
It was
Oh,
a
okay.
touchdown pass, Color. It was an
I'm
assist.
I'm not a professional and I don't play sports, so all of that is lost on me. But I assume that it went well, and then I
It was
did
a
that thing
good
where I explained the
thing.
joke. So we do have a Captain Hook come down. He's back and he's healthy, and
So that
he's staring at a lot
Demona
of lore.
turned this game in Dale's
Ooh.
favor pretty significantly as Ray, frustrated on that turn, we played the Fire the Cannons and wasn't able to quest with the Flynn Riders. Now being punished for it because of that Demona, one of the best cards, one of the best legendaries, of course, I think, ever printed in Amethyst.
Yo, chill. Okay.
Am I
I was-
wrong? Let's
we
name
do-
all the playable legendaries in Amethyst. I think
I
she's up
mean,
there. She's
but
top
for like
5.
ever, I mean, like Elsa's Spirit of. Jeez. All right. So we do see a Kakamora come down and clear out that Webby, get rid of that damage. But again, that's the only thing that Kakamora can clear, unfortunately. Now, again, our Lexingtons could not ready because of the Stone by Day, and that would have been real nice to come to have like the ability to crack back and get rid of something. As we do, Ink is at a strength of a raging fire into the inkwell. Ouchies. Hey, a Calhoun. That might help.
Calhoun is on the board, and Calhoun makes it a little bit more questionable to get your characters exerted because she can gain that 2 lore upon banishing something else. Dale's still not in the clear here. These Lexingtons will ready on the next turn if they are not dealt with now, as Ray has 0 cards in hand, a full board yet again, but nothing questing for 2.
I mean, Demona is a 6/5, so she is going to punch the.
I believe she's a
daylight
5/6.
out. Oh, she's a 5/6. I thought she was a 6/5. Maybe I just felt like she should be stronger.
Goliath
you know what I
is
mean?
a 6/5. She's a
Oh.
5/6. I think that is also, as you would call, a flavor
Flavor
win.
win. Absolutely. As we do see
Fourth
that is the
genie.
4th genie. It is here. It's drawing us a card and it's doing its thing. As we were waiting to see what we wanted to do with that Demona, we do still have 2 ink left over. Notably, that is how much ink you need to go ahead and boost that Cheshire Cat's ability. So maybe we are just going to go throw hands, Demona into a Lexington, and then heal 2 damage off of that to throw it onto the Calhoun, which would actually take out the Calhoun entirely because Cheshire Cat does get around resist.
Yep, that's true. And there's the free boost from the Quackfaster.
Oh, it's so good. Quackfaster is such a good card, and it's like, is it a good card? But in this situation, absolutely, because we still have 2 ink available to us to do other stuff. It's a fun tool that we can use later.
Yeah, I think it's a great card in this shell. It is just more efficient than paying for the boost, as you get a character that can fight for the board and also quest for 1. I don't know why I said boost like that. We're boosting. It's totally boosted, bro.
Yeah.
I feel California, you know?
Skate better, Garrett. No, I'm just kidding. So, I mean, boosted. We're boosting our Cheshire Cat for free, which we love that. I do love that. So that Lexington is down. Did we move the damage?
Not yet. We've taken it off the Demona, but we haven't
Correct.
chosen the target.
Okay, so I think that we again, like I said, I'm pretty sure we can get around if we can go to and do that and put it onto the Calhoun because it does get around the resist because I think it is placing your 2 damage here. So, right, Calhoun gone. We just really wanted to think about it, you know, like how gone did you want the Calhoun? Super gone. It is banished as we do ink on Ursula to play down our Flynn, and we're heading sideways. We're ready to catch up. That's 4 lore off those genies. Oh, this is a wide board.
Yep. Yep. The board is extremely wide, way taller than Ray's at this point. Ray, in a world of hurt, needs a dock and needs a dock quickly. Doesn't immediately play that card, so
did we even look at it?
we did look at it.
Look at it.
Looks at it again in disgust as we look through the discard pile.
Yeah, unfortunately, those evasive genies, there are 3, so that's fine, I suppose, as we do play our Webby Junior Prospector, our 2/4 with ward with 2 lore that says whenever she quests, you can take the top card of your, if your opponent has more ink than you can take the top card of your deck and put it down into your inkwell face down inexerted. But I don't think it matters at this point because it's not drawing us cards, and those 3 genies even, I think we're taking, oh gosh, Hook into Demona, thoughts?
Hook into Demona does not remove her, so you'd have to go Lexington into Demona.
Oh, she's still up because in my brain she's a 5/6. So you'd have to take a Lexington.
Which will get rid of your Lexington. You could go Lexington into Genie, however, that just is more food for the cat. That is some Meow Mix that will definitely get moved over to something else on your board.
Yeah, that's a definite trap there for sure, because again, like that alert allows you to challenge as if it were evasive, but it is not evasive itself, so it does not trigger Dumbo, which would be an illegal deck because, you know, Ray isn't playing Amethyst. However, I think we're thinking hard. This is a very pivotal turn. Again, we're at 4, but if Dale gets to unexert on their turn, going up quick, that's just...
Yeah, that's a lot of lore on the other side of the board, and
lore in a turn.
Ray might just be contemplating how cooked he is in this situation. It looks like a bunch of lose-lose positions right now. Like we said, you go into the Genie, you're just leaving damage on your Lexington for a potential go-go on Dale's side, or just more cat food. The Captain Hook cannot take out the Demona, so it just is all bad.
We are trying to find the magic here, and it is hard. We really needed that Calhoun to stick around, but of course, I think even Ray probably knew when he ripped that off the top of their deck, played it down, that cat, you know, that inexplicable cat was going to make sure that Calhoun probably didn't see any challenging. But unfortunately, again, those genies are evasive, so I'm not quite sure. We did see that Ray inked the Strength of a Raging Fire to get up to 4 ink, so that can't really help us here unless we draw another one. And I'm not sure, like, sometimes I feel like when I'm playing and I'm thinking, I'm like, I know that I've lost, but like, what if I think of that one card? Or what if, or maybe they'll, like, what is it called when you just like wait and hopefully your opponent will concede because they get too impatient? Is that like a strategy? Can we do that here?
I've never heard the like, as Lexington is going to challenge Demona, removing her from the field of play. Captain Hook is going to just quest. Nothing better to do. Might as well.
Yeah, get the lore. You might as well. Again, it's not an evasive Captain Hook, and there's nothing else on Dale's board that could have been taken out for it. So let's just go ahead and get that lore. And now we know that basically Dale just has to decide how he wants to do this. And of course, Dale being the player that he is, he's going to make the correct decision. But at this point, I don't think Ray has any cards in hand. So we're kind of, what you see is what you get. And unfortunately, even though that Webby does have ward and 2 lore on it, we're only at 12. And we kind of need to be at 18 for that to be awesome.
Yep, we went ahead and challenged there with the Genie into the Captain Hook. Use the boost ability of the Cheshire Cat, which you can use once per turn, unless you have something like a Quackfaster to do it more than once. We're going to boost Flynn Rider as well, put a Webby down onto the board, and get active here with some very, very powerful quests. coming down on the side of Dale, who has set up game and says, hey, I'm just going to go ahead for good measure and quest with this Cheshire Cat. Unless this is...
I win
there's
the
literally
game card. He's
nothing.
like,
There's
yeah. I was
literally
like,
nothing.
I was like,
Even if
and-
it's stock, there's not much you can do in that position.
yeah. He just goes ahead and illegally plays Mean, Malicious, and Scary and shifts onto a Prince Philip and then gets DQ'd. And that was the only thing. But again, we have our winner, Diabolito, which was our Amethyst Emerald deck. Definitely showcasing that Ray has shenanigans, but sometimes those shenanigans,
are not enough. Let's head over to the interview booth and talk with these two amazing players.
I needed.
Hello, gentlemen. What a
Hey.
match. Thank you so much for that. I believe that everybody enjoyed it a lot. I think it was a really, really cool matchup and really back and forth for a lot of the time that we were witnessing it, but Dale able to get the win there. Dale, did you have any inkling of what you might be going up against this week? And after that game number 1, how did you approach games number 2 and 3 to try and turn things into your favor?
So game 2 blessed me with the keep 7, so that was kind of nice.
Yeah.
that helps.
But it was
Definitely
a
helps.
keep 7. So game 1, I got pretty greedy. Ray could play. So Ray's one of those guys that literally can play everything really well.
Mhm.
And him being in the number 1 slot, I was really hoping they were saving the toilet deck for later for the 3 spot, and losing the die roll. I had to mull for a more consistent hand, and I sent away Cheshire Cats. I think that game was lost anyways. Game 1,
Mhm.
I sent away. I mulled for 6 game 1. Game 2, I kept 7, which is nice. And game 3, I mulled for 7. And there was a turn where I had to decide if I wanted to ink Demona when he had 2 Lexingtons. And I was like, I think I could get to a turn where I could Stone by Day, freeze the Lexingtons, and just build the board. And that would be my only way to come back. And it worked out. I needed to draw. And the turn I played the Lexington, I had the Malicious, Mean, and Scary to do some damage. That was a pretty crazy turn. If you took a picture of the turn before that and the turn after, I couldn't tell you how much better that turn panned out for me.
Yeah, that Demona was crazy. I think JDZ was like, that's the best Demona I've seen all set, because that was insane. Basically, we were like, okay, this is a pretty swingy game, back and forth, and then that Demona came down with a Mean, Malicious, and Scary combo. And I was like, oh, I think Dale, I think he did it. I think that yeah. So Ray, I see that you're over there too. How you doing? How are things? There
I'm
he
doing
is.
great.
Yeah.
That was one hell of a game.
Yeah, that game number 3 was really interesting because you had a really tall board that wasn't questing for 2, right? You had the Lexingtons just going over and over and over, and you had the Flynn Riders like sitting there
Yes.
ready. And Color and I were talking about it, like maybe you want to go a little wider, wait 1 or 2 more turns before you turn these Flynn Riders sideways. But it looked like there was one turn where you drew something that you weren't too happy with. We saw the Fire the Cannons come down with nothing else. What did you get on that turn, and,
Yeah.
and what were you looking for?
So I ended up getting another Captain Hook, which wasn't great.
Mm.
So that game was a bit tragic because I didn't get the fast start to checkmate his first 2 turns, because after the 2 games, I knew that his early drops is only Flynn Rider, Webby, and Ursula. So
Mhm.
I mulliganed very hard to try to look for my thumb to show the way in lore. All I needed to do was either John Silver the Cheshire Cat or Strength of the Raging Fire. And normally for that kind of matchup, it puts me far enough ahead that I would just win. But instead, I had a much slower start. So my best game plan was to deploy the Lexington, just because it's very hard for Dale's characters to answer with. So I treat it as a spellbook that can keep questing for 1 until it was safe for me to boost the Flynn Rider. Because if I boost the Flynn Rider too early, and then if he has an Elsa, then he can start clearing my board. So I had to play around that game plan. So my goal was literally to try to get as far as much as I can with the Lexington. And when it's safe enough where I could potentially win, if I top deck a Go-Go, is when I would boost and quest with those Flynn Riders.
Yeah, we definitely saw kind of like hanging back on that. And I think there was one turn where you did play a Flynn Rider, boosted, and immediately got the Elsa punish. So, and you kind of saw that too. Like, again, like that Cheshire Cat sitting on the board really makes a lot of the challenge math. And especially since you're pinging here and there, like, how did you kind of like Cheshire Cat for your deck probably feels not great, as we saw you swiftly remove 2 of them, I think back to back at one point, making sure that that doesn't stay on the board to cause too many problems.
Yeah, it is a very problematic card. Like, I can deal with one early and hopefully to close out quick enough before they put another one to disrupt me. But to have another one immediately back to back was very rough on that second game, for sure.
Yeah, I
Because,
wanted to
like,
ask. Oh, sorry.
The
Go ahead, Rick.
Cheshire being alive means my go-go is also off. Oh, but yeah, I'm just saying, the Cheshire Cat being alive also like makes it hard for me to try to cheese him with go-go.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
gonna put
counter
myself in a go-go.
Not here, not today. Yeah, we definitely saw. I think you did end up pumping up the Elsa at one point and just slamming it into something to make sure that you got rid of that 3 lore or the 3 damage that was kind of just hanging out. So, yeah, I was like, the game was a really great game to watch. Like, thank you guys so much for playing tonight and coming out and doing that. Just especially to like it like Ray plays, you play the deck and it's like, oh, okay, we're just going aggro and we're gonna turn sideways. And it was like, no, especially like when you kind of got into it, there was a lot of counterplays and a lot of like decisions that you two made to where it felt like a pretty decently swingy game there, kind of back and forth. So great games, guys.
Yeah, thank you. That was a
Thank you.
good game. Ray's one of my good buddies, so we're
I know.
doing one. Historically, I
Yes.
win one. We trade every game, so that
Yes.
means I hope the
I'll
next
get you
time I
back
play
next
him, it's
one.
not like DLC or anything big
Yeah.
and like a cheesy local round 1 that doesn't matter because he's gonna win that one.
Yeah.
So JDZ was making a joke earlier, basically like if Dale wins this one, then Ray's not going to finish his tattoos for him. Is that true, or do you think it'll be okay since you guys beat each other all the time?
You gotta ask the homie.
It's all right. It's all right. I need to make money too, so he's helping me supply my Lorcana cards.
I know that is like, let's keep the clients coming in. All right, let's not. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you guys for coming out. Do you guys have any shout outs? Do you want to do, or Garrick, you want to have any more questions or?
Oh, I did have one more quick question for Dale. The Emerald Amethyst strategy is something that's become a lot more popular over the past week, I would say. This sort of tempo build with the boost cards. I just wanted to get your opinion and Ray's opinion as well about how you feel this deck fits into the wider metagame overall.
I think so. I still think there's not a lot. There's maybe a few decks that haven't been brought to surface yet, but this deck can build differently. So you've seen Mo popularize the Clara line, and in Europe this past weekend, the original Shark was playing Iago's and the evasive package, which I was closer to today, and I think that's the more correct way to build it. Shout out to Mo's Metaphys out there. You guys should take a read. It's a great read, and you can learn a lot from it. I just think that this deck, this color, can be built again very differently to combat the meta, and it's just knowing the lines. It's knowing what your matchup is, and it's, to me, very similar to Green Steel. I miss being able to see my opponent's hand and not have to make any reads, so Ursula 2 back in the deck is nice. But yeah, it can, with the exact same cards, I think I said it last week when I was on, the same board state will present different lines, which is very tricky for opponents to see. Cheshire Cat's one of those problem cards. It's Mim Elephant a turn sooner. You can keep aggro in check, and you can win the long run, and you can win the middle game with your evasives just as long as you have the right stuff. So, I mean, it right now it feels like the perfect deck. There's not purple steel is that tough matchup for it. Steel in general is a tough matchup for it, but it's not definitely not an auto loss, and you can learn to play around it. So, yeah, I think it solidified its place in the meta.
Which a lot of people are super happy to hear because that is definitely like a beloved ink color combination that oh, so super awesome showing from both of you guys again. Ray, thank you for your spicy deck, and Dale
Thank you.
again, congratulations on your win. Would you guys like to do any shout outs? We can start with Ray and then swing it over to Dale.
Yeah.
Oh,
just shout out to my. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I've named you guys Rail. I accidentally mixed your names together. So when you watch that back, I apologize for that. So you do have a ship name now. So you're welcome. We'll start with Ray. Go ahead.
Yep. Just shout out to my SLTC buddies, and shout out to ICL League for having us. And yeah, that's about it. Regardless who wins, I'm also a fellow Canadian, so hey, SLTC, let's go.
There you go. That's what I said. I think somebody in chat was like, well, we know that the Canadians are going to win tonight either way. So it works out. All right, Dale, how about you?
And for me, yeah, shout out to you guys for doing a great stream. ICL for giving us something to do on a Tuesday night, and look forward to it. Obviously, Slab Sharks, the homies, the support, and on SLTC. I mean, like, if you look on our Discords, I do have an SLT beside mine, and I had to put this upside down. I don't know if anyone noticed that, but
Chat did notice it, yeah.
yeah, it's all love. And
Shut up, Bobby.
shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone watching, to the viewers, and yeah. Oh, shout out to
Awesome.
my wife. My new
I was
wife.
going to say, didn't you get married this weekend? I was about to say, yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't want to put you on blast, but I was like, didn't you get married this weekend? Shout out, new
No,
wife.
yeah, I said it before. I said it
Yeah,
before
you
you
got
called me. So
You got it. Awesome. Congratulations.
thank you.
All right, we are
Awesome.
going to hop back into the booth. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for round number 2. And I believe...
Thank you, Bobby,
I
for
was
our hand
I was here so slow.
Oh,
Is Color here?
I've been here.
Okay, I'm
I was
passing
born
it.
here.
I'm passing the baton over to
Okay.
one of the greats, one of
Oh,
the
I'm so
all-time
excited.
legends in the booth, one of my favorite people, one of my favorite casters, all around great person. Katie from the Lore Keepers Inn is taking my place.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
She's here. Hi. Hey. Hi.
Am I here? Am I here? Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
you're here.
I'm looking. I'm so sorry. I'm looking at the stream. It is blurry, but I'm looking at the right one now. I went in Discord. We're so good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm glad. I saw it was like, okay, Katie and Color on round 2, and I was like, ha, they've done it.
It's happening. And now the stream, it goes up. There's 1,000 viewers. How did it happen? Look at this wild. But
Love
that
it.
was quite the first match. I am always excited to see Ray's one of those players where I'm like, what's he doing? What's that guy up to?
I know.
And it's mischief in the kitchen. But here we have somebody. And Color, are you going to ask about the age of this photo?
I know, right? Is this a recent photo? That actually happened to me recently, and I was like, oh, that didn't feel good because I put my Twitch into the chat, and it was like an old photo, and so like Boomy immediately had at me and was like, is that a recent
Fair.
photo? And I was like,
And that's fair, right?
It doesn't feel
But
good.
these are
I was
two
like,
very.
no, it's super
You're like, listen, it's been
I
a
know.
long year. It's been 2020 hit me like a bus, and it's been going so. But we, oh my god, I'm so crispy. I'm like choking.
You still have the black lung there.
You never know when
Yeah.
it's going to hit you
I
too.
know.
It's like I think I'm good, but yeah, we have two very handsome men here. We have Haymaker, which is my favorite. Haymaker with the Haymakers. But we also have Jan Lock Nomlix. What a fun thing to say in a row. Do you think it's no M Licks? Nomlix?
I always say Nomlix. I don't know if that's correct or not, but
This is my favorite part.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you're reading a book and you've never said the character's name out loud, and then you're trying to talk about it, and you're like, the fairy man. The man
And they
that's a
make
fairy
a
man.
movie and you sit in a theater and you're uncomfortable the whole time because you're like, it's not what his name is. And you're like, no, it is. Like
Yeah, it's-
Hermione. Like whatever the first time we ever heard
Hermione.
that, we're like, yeah,
Listen,
Hermione.
listen, guys. In America,
right?
we don't have these words. We didn't know what a
Sorry,
prefect
I'm
was.
sorry.
What the
I
heck is a
know.
prefect? We were
That was
losing
a
it.
lot for me at that age. Yep, it was rough. But okay, I mean, let's see. We don't know. This could be recent photos. They could be old photos. But either way, we are
They're
going to
beautiful.
get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're, oh my gosh, and there's Boomy right from the top rope. Boomy from the top rope. And it's coming from the opposite side. You know, you never know where Boomy's going to come from. He could be anywhere. He could be right behind you right now.
I have a tattoo of Boomy, and that is one of my like I do. I have that literal like it's somewhere around here, but it's definitely the funniest thing in the world. And I also have a photo of Boomy holding the sticker of Boomy, making the same face. So it was like kind of like this Inception situation. Again, another prized possession. So
It's been nice if you guys let me know we were getting temporary tattoos. That would have been a good thing. Now I have a permanent one. I was confused. But
yeah,
like,
I
we're
like
all
the
getting
idea
tattoos.
of putting it on the back of your hand. So like if you play a Pete and they try to take an action, you just stop it, but then you have Boomy's face on the back of your hand stopping the Pete action. It's honestly, it's a whole vibe.
It's what we want. And we love to see it. But we have two stunning playmats here. We got the beautiful, this is like the golden hour here in round 2. We love to see it. And I'm excited to see what this matchup is. But this meta is very fascinating. It's like the underdog deck meta. They're like, listen, if you're a deck that was doing well, get out. It's time for the new weird ones. And I love to see it.
Yes.
Mind you, Sapphire Emerald, I feel like has been always a bridesmaid, never a bride. It's always like there. Same with Sapphire Steel. They're there, but they've never been, you know. And
Sapphire Steel had a run, and I think we were all so traumatized by it.
Oh, yes. We don't talk about that.
Yeah, like that 1 point, that like 0.5 meta where like Sapphire Steel is everything, and then you were just being banished by Sapphire Coil over there, and R&B in the chat immediately. I swear to like him and Create, I swear it's like when you talk about it, they just appear. They absolutely appear. And I know that you guys have a secret handshake and you still have not taught me the Sapphire Steel secret handshake, and I'm only mildly offended.
The thing is I mean, you've been a very dedicated Sapphire Steel player since set 7. Everyone knows that.
Set 8.
Set 8. Since set 8.
Oh no.
But I will say that I do like it when Sapphire Steel players are like, why do you guys think we're weird? I was like, go to any event and look for any other ink combo that's taking a group photo. No other ink combo is taking group photos. That's not a thing.
Oh, but they love each other. I did say we were in DLC in Milwaukee and we were at this kind of place, the little food court thing. It was really, really cool. Somebody walked up to me and they're like, Color, do you play Sapphire Steel? And I was like, no, like, and I was thinking of that the whole running joke of me being a diehard since set 8. And I was like, no. And they're like, oh, okay, because I don't want you to sign my playmat. Like they were having everybody sign the playmat, and I was like, I don't deserve to be on the playmat.
It was like a witch trial.
Yeah.
And here we are. We have Webby. Well, gosh, why just forgot?
Mystery enthusiast.
It's not Webby Quackfaster. It's Webby Webster. Webby Webster.
Vanderquack.
Thank you. I was
mystery enthusiast. Sorry, I was like, wow, we've taken surnames and thrown all over the place. Yeah.
Webby von Quackster. Anyway, but yes, Webby here. She is a darling of this new set coming in. Her Enchanted, by the way, is still pretty cheap because it turns out not everybody. It's kind of scary. She's got very big eyes, and there we are.
Goodness.
There's why we love her, because she's here coming in like a wrecking ball with a turn 2 shift.
Absolutely so good. And again, us being on the play probably doesn't, we don't get that Webby value being on the play, but at the same time, we still have a warded 2/4 with 2 lore questing on turn 2. So, I mean, like, again, people are like, oh, like, it's not that good on the play. I don't know, man. You're sailing into my warded 2/4. So, like, we're definitely seeing that Sapphire Steel. So they're here in droves. Oh no, that's what it is. Haymakers on Sapphire Steel. So they all appear.
Yeah, and then Sapphire Steel is at one of its most powerful positions. It's been in, like you said, set 7. It was having a time of its life, and now it's back because we've got some nice stable ramp all around and some absolutely, speaking of Haymakers is going to have some Haymakers in about 3 turns. So whatever Nomlix is up to, he better do it fast because soon the Vincenzos and the Tinkerbells are going to come down raining hellfire from above.
And not really doing much to that warded 2/4 again. I mean, that's kind of one of the best parts about ward is we do know. I'm not sure, but we know that Nomlix's second ink color, and it does seem to be steel. So this is a green. This is a emerald steel. Nope, that's mean, malicious, and scary. I don't know, man. I'm looking at the color off, and that looked like a steel card, but it is not. So we still have a mystery ink color. But notably, Webby did get to quest and get that value
Yeah.
off the top to go ahead and ramp Nomlix to keep up in ink totals to Haymaker's Sapphire deck. So pretty good against. Oh, double ramp.
And there we go. And double ramp with those two characters that you're like, listen, Ward, what about it? And then so we got that. We've seen two Vincenzos to the Inkwell, a giant tank down to the Inkwell. And you know another one that is going to be there? Hades also cannot target Webby. So Webby is going to probably have some hand-to-hand combat in her future. But I'm wondering if we're also going to see that Clarabelle shift. Little sisters here.
Yep, that's a weird thing.
I
to
like
put on
it.
the board. Yeah, I mean, that's a card. When you play this character, you may remove up to 1 damage from those characters. I'm sure that's in this deck, Luke. Thank you.
It's a rabbit season, duck season. He's trying to do. So if you guys don't know this,
Oh.
producer Luke is trying to do a Looney Tunes bit. He's
We're in the wrong universe. There we go.
there we go. Rabbit season, duck season. Everyone, you know.
Notably, we
Listen.
can shift a Clarabelle on this turn because, again, that Webby is doing stuff and things for our Inkwell. But we did go ahead and shift it because why not? God, this is ridiculous.
We have mono
Doesn't
emerald.
need this. Emerald doesn't need this much power. I know, mono emerald. Like, what is your second color? Does it even matter? Huh.
I know. I'm like, did I miss it at some point? Now that being said, we are getting. I mean, we're at set 10, and there
Did
are
we just
certain.
scoop? No, we
Wow.
didn't. No, we
I
didn't.
think he might have. I mean, if he missed his ramp, if it's possible he
Okay.
didn't have his Cinderella, he was like, listen, I'm never going to get to what I need. Incredible.
He
And that's why we love
basically-
Haymaker.
He was like, I am not playing this game. I know I'm on stream. I watched what you did there. You're about to draw a billion cards. I can't get rid of that for another few more turns. Basically inking all of my Haymakers, except for the uninkable ones. Potentially, we don't know. It might be. Oh, wow.
That was
So
beautiful.
game two, get on out of here. I'm not singing and dancing for the ICL. I'm getting on to game 2.
I love that, honestly. That's one of my favorite things of watching players that are at this level because they've played these reps and they see certain lines and they know, like, hey, there's a chance I can come back. And it becomes, you know, like a 50% chance, 25. And I think Haymaker's like, what, 10%? I'm out. Like,
I'm out.
cannot. So,
I got
yeah,
life
but
to live.
yeah, I got a family, dude. I got.
Yeah.
So here we go. We don't have time to mess around. And then we saw, you know, why isn't her name Webby Quack Faster? Because she was quacking faster. We had a whole barnyard thing over there. We had ducks and cows just absolutely making a mess of the playmat.
Okay, so I was watching DuckTales again. This is like my new favorite show. I was watching DuckTales,
Yeah.
and there was a situation where the nephews took an alien to the pier to go get ice cream, and they were getting ice cream, and they were also feeding ducks popcorn. And there was a point in time where the alien looks at the ducks that the nephews are feeding popcorn, and then she looks back at the nephews and just basically looks in between the actual duck that looks like a farm animal duck and then the nephews that are like these anthropomorphized ducks, and she just kind of goes, and I was like, oh, they put that in the cartoon, like that moment of, you know, just like, you know, when you see like a cat thing and then they have a cat, it's like a weird, like Pluto and Goofy. It's weird.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
not
It's
right.
like,
And I'm
it's
pretty
like,
sure Goofy dates Clarabelle. I think that's like something that's unofficial. Obviously not in the Goofy movies, because in the Goofy movies he dates that really hot librarian that can dance. I don't know her
oh
name.
yeah, that's that. Oh, what is her name? I don't know. Another
Goofy!
thing.
Yeah, you know, listen. She melted his heart. Shout out to the sequels out there where
know.
all these Kronk, Goofy.
Extremely goofy movie.
Yeah,
That
there we
was
go.
actually- That's not
That's not his girlfriend. He
that's
does not
his
date.
girlfriend. We don't
But
have
I mean,
her in
sure.
this one yet.
I mean, it's like the same vein. Just imagine this, but as a dog and dancing. We don't know what Goofy's up to, but I'm pretty sure
A
he
lot.
marries that one lady and they are together forever. He graduates college. Congratulations.
yeah.
And
That was the plot of an extremely goofy
Yeah,
movie for
extremely
anyone that hasn't seen me. Yeah, and that was actually that's who I dressed up. I dressed up as the beret girl from Extremely Goofy movie at the Ink.
I'm still sad I didn't dress up as that once I briefly had that costume. I briefly had your
A
costume.
beret. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I briefly had- It's a whole
yeah.
thing. It's a whole thing, but
Yeah.
it could have been, and I'm like, I just show up like, oh, this is awkward. I guess I'm beret girl.
Yeah, I'm the beret girl now. Yeah, I still
But here we
have a beret for no reason.
I found my Audrey Ramirez hat in my bedroom while I was doing laundry, and I was like, perfect. This will come in handy for that time that's the thing I need to do.
See, now Judge Phil is saying that my mic is lower, Luke. So
Honestly, this is showbiz. This is live television, live from New York, live from. live from Canada and Florida and Nebraska and wherever
doing?
Haymaker or no Nomlix is
They're all
from.
in. I was gonna say. I was like,
They're
what
all
did
in
you say?
Canada.
They're all in Canada. It's a conspiracy. Canada is gonna get us and the ICL. And where is R&B? What did you do? Oh, bless me, bagpipes. No, the one is R&B, and I watched a lot of DuckTales on the flight to Milwaukee, the DLC, and it was super fun. And there's a lot of really good.
Boosty down to the well here. Is
Mhm.
that Flynn? I don't know.
That
Well,
was it. Yeah, that was yes, that was a Flynn and into our mystery enthusiast Webby. And is
Yeah.
he going to have it again? Will he shift again in the
Yeah, and
face
it's
of
so
this? Oh,
and shout out to Emerald for being the turn one. No, turn two. No. I should love it that they did it again. They found a way to make a game feel over by turn two. So Emerald, you beautiful bird mischief. We love it. As Liam would say, sounds foul. He's not here, but we got to
I know.
remember him. He's
Shout
here
out.
in spirit whenever there's a foul joke. And there we go. Another bell of this new set. That is Goliath. But he's going into the Inkwell. We get that Mulan just to dig a little deeper to some better, brighter days ahead and hoping that this duck does not shift into a big problem. But she probably will.
definitely. She might, and even at this point, depending on whether I'm on the play, now I'm definitely going to be getting that Webby ink value. But like, come on, he can't have it twice, right? He can't. They always have it, and then but he does. He had it. Okay, it's there. All right. So go ahead, shift that junior prospector onto the mystery enthusiast, and quest for 2, and put a card in your inkwell because why not? Why not?
Yeah, and that ward feels terrible because there's certain things you can do, like we talked about. There's, the seal has things. Okay, we just saw that Zeus go discarded. So we said we just have to ramp, and there she is, another beauty. Tell us all about this beautiful young lady.
I was to say, dreams really do come true.
Yeah,
And
ramp
this
on
is
4.
our Cinderella, which goes ahead and comes down and says, whenever you play a princess character, at the end of your turn, you may ink a card out of your hand and then draw a card. And funny enough, she's a princess. She triggers herself. So at the end of your turn, you essentially get to ink and loot, which is just actually insane because you put anything else in this deck, like, I don't know, Namari, a princess, Jasmine, a princess, gonna keep on triggering. But unfortunately, that Webby will trigger one more time before we take our combined effort of Mulan and Cinderella and smash it into our beloved Webby Vanderquack to banish.
Yeah, and she's got to go, guys. We got to get our princess in combat mode here. We literally see Haymaker shaking. And he's like, let me at that. Let me at that duck child. I will like to take her to just
the banishment.
Yeah, get her out of here, dude. Because honestly, she's done a lot here. And now I think we're going to see if we can get rid of this Emily Quack. She's not Emily Quack. I'm just picking up whatever.
I'm just like, you're throwing duck names.
Yeah, we love ducks. Name every duck ever.
Vanderquack. I know, right? Name all the ducks. Yeah, right.
Webby Vanderquack. Webby Vanderquack. I'll just keep saying it over and over again. But here we go. And speaking of Ward, I love Ward. Who doesn't love Ward? Being like, especially
anybody in a steel deck.
Yeah, right. I built all the. Oh, there's another one. So shout out. We got little baby.
Oops, all Webbies.
And to make it worse, to say, listen, I don't want peace. I want problems only. He's got 2 shift targets on board. Now, they both don't have shift currently, so that's the good news. Or shift ward currently, but the bad news is they both can become slightly bigger problems. So he has to pick here, and also he probably wants to put those princesses into attack mode to finally get rid of this Webby.
Yeah, definitely seeing this much ink on Nomlix's side, plus the added problem of, hey, do you want this Webby shift target or do you want our Clarabelle shift target? If you're able to take care of the Clarabelle, that would be really, really nice because I really don't want you shifting that. And then you can send the Mulan and the Cinderella into this Webby and just like hope we don't have another one. But at this point, we are at a 5 ink turn, so we could probably ink and get a Tinkerbell on board. That would be kind of sick.
Yeah. And mind you, I mean, as far as we talk about Ward being a problem, Clarabelle famously does not have Ward. So, I mean, worst case scenario, she shifts. There's a blue man. And I always hear R&B in my head going, Hadesum, from, I think it was like set 8 that
Just
he had.
Yeah.
It's Hadesum. And that is a solution that Haymaker will have at his disposal starting next turn. But first, we're going to slap down Jasmine, a princess.
Fearless princess, which will go ahead and trigger that Cinderella, making all of her dreams come true. I'm pretty sure it's like a dream is a wish your heart may. I don't know, man. That ability text is It's fanciful. I don't know. Like, it's such a beautiful card, and then like her dreams really do come true, and then her like whole Cinderella bit, and then the Enchanted is insane. Bananas card. I can't believe they made that card, but it's real
I
good.
love that they did it right. They're like, you know what, Sapphire, they need more, right? We love ramp. How about a little bit more ramp? And here we have with those princesses, we can see you put it into high drive because you were allowed to activate that princess ability with more princesses. So as you kind of alluded to, Jasmine is a princess, which makes it more tempting than ever to put her in this deck with her pole vaulting into our hearts and the meta. And here she is. We don't need ally Jasmine anymore. We got pole vaulting Jasmine here, ready to help Cinderella. And now we're in the absolute danger zone where Nomlix has a couple turns to stabilize and get out some of those combos, the malicious mean scary Prince Philip business. He's got to start ramping and getting there because Haymaker is about to be landing those haymakers I alluded to earlier.
Yeah, definitely getting into the larger point of the deck. And again, I think triggering that Jasmine at the end of turn with the Cinderella does kind of keep our hand a little bit lower to where if Nomlix was going to go ahead and shift a Clarabelle on this turn, not getting a ton of value back from our Clarabelle. And again, I think at this point, now, one of the kind of things about Jasmine is you can pitch a card to buff her up and make her a little bit stronger. But again, everything on Nomlix's side, except for Clarabelle turn sideways, isn't going to need cards to be shipped. Again, so that's kind of like the little push and pull, right? Like we're going to discard cards to buff up Jasmine, but we also don't have a ton of cards because we tried to get our hand empty so we can make sure that you're not getting Clarabelle value. So it definitely depends on what Nomlix decides to do right here. We've got some little wimpy characters on the board, so we have to figure out, do a little bit of our mental Lorcana where they play 20 turns in advance and see what the right answer is.
Whatever I didn't do is usually the right answer. Whatever I was like, nah, I won't do it. You know, like that was the wrong one. Ding dong. I'm like, don't call me ding dong. But here we are. We're on game 2. If you guys are tuning in, the first game was over in 4 turns. It was 4 turns and a scoop. But now we're going a little bit longer because Nomlix is not taking off with the Barnyard Smash and is having to kind of grind through this turn here and hope that he turns that corner. Because I believe Haymaker, he has fired up all cannons here, has 2 cards in hand, but knowing this deck, it's 2 Hades. It's something terrible. But we're going to find out right now with that Ursula Deceiver. And it's not. It is a develop your brain.
And Tinkerbell, which I mean, Tinkerbell is pretty spicy here. Oh, we have done stuff with the board, and I'm
disoriented.
We're gonna need it. And the thing is like now the cards are correct because the ink symbols are on the upper left-hand corner, and that means that the game is correct. But my brain is saying and screaming that everything is wrong.
Yeah, my brain kind of adapts. Like, if something's backwards, my brain is like, "You got it," and goes the other way, and now it's gone. And I'm like, now it's backwards. And,
it definitely looks like the Twilight Zone. So let's take a moment for everybody to get reacquainted with this board.
Go around the block. And here we go. So now he knows that like it's nothing so bad. That being said, Hades is the most buoyant card in the entire set of Disney Lorcana, so he has to kind of play around the fact that he doesn't have it yet, but he could, and he did exhaust 2 ink to do that Ursula Deceiver.
Yeah, so I mean, we do know that probably, because of the 2 ink, we're not really going to be shifting Clarabelle on this turn, but we have 3 ink available and actually quite a few cards. We wanted to go ahead and look and see with that Ursula to see if we maybe clear the way to play some cards here. Notably, I'm pretty sure we're still playing a mono emerald deck, so I don't actually know of any card off the top of my head other than another emerald card that could potentially. What is Nomlix's other color? Somebody,
I think he's playing mono emerald. I think he's playing mono emerald like a mad lad. Because honestly, if anyone's playing a crazy deck, it's coming from SLTC. Like if anyone's doing some wild behavior, it's going to be from those silly little token creatures, and we love them for that. But Haymaker is not here to have fun. He's here to absolutely rain down some hellfire. And I think we're about to see it here, starting with this giant Tinkerbell, dealing 1 damage across the board, starting the party a little bit. And he did not do any brain developing because he does not. He still
has the 1 ink available, I'm pretty sure. But at the same time, it depends on what he drew for turn. It might be uninkable. So who knows? Maybe keeping that develop your brain around for ink, maybe not. I don't know. Only the elite upper top levels know how to play this deck properly. I'm just kidding. So Sapphire Steel is a mystery, and He probably is just going to play it next turn. Who knows?
Now, a fun fact about Haymaker is he was a bounty player up in the Glass City Showdown, and he was walking around with a Hades card and saying, "What is the name of Hades' ability?" And he told me, and I immediately forgot it. He told me a second time. I forgot it. It's been a month now. I don't think I remember it. I kind of remember the
downside
essence.
to this?
Yes, it is. Is there a
Okay, I was
downside
like-
to this?
Oh yeah.
But my brain kept rejecting it because I was just like,
Oh.
I was like, is there a downside to this? And the answer is the downside is they get ink, but it looks like Nomlix would like that ink because his only way out once he gets to a certain point is going to be malicious, mean, and scary with a little bit of a Prince Philip. So, you know, the downside is it could get him closer, but we don't even know if he has it because he went ahead and passed. And there we go. Hades' other brother, Hades,
Looking for a deal. Yeah.
looking for a deal.
I know, right? And it always makes me laugh when you're like, Hades looking for a deal. And then the Infernal Schemer comes down and it's like, or sometimes they're just like across the board from one another. And you're like, because that Infernal Schemer art is always so like mystical and magic. And then the looking for a deal one is like, he is straight up like, looking for a deal. Yeah. Like, hey, you want to draw 2 cards?
That's me
You
at
want to
League
find the
Night
bottom
looking
of
to
your deck? Yeah.
It's me at League trying to trade cards. It's me walking around.
Yeah.
Hey, want to see my binder?
Yeah, right.
Oh, please.
All right, guys. Here's the deal. You're on the bottom of the deck, or you're getting 2 cards. Which one is it? And we went for the bottom of the deck because it seems like you're desperate. You need 2 cards, and you can't have them. So
Yeah,
go,
right.
go.
The era of desperation was too much, and so we went ahead and said, absolutely not. I will get rid of my Tinkerbell. I don't need her. You're not going to turn cards sideways, and it's not mono. There is an Amethyst. It could be the only card is
Oh, right,
Amethyst.
yeah.
But there
I
we
just
go.
assumed the Hades looking for a deal was Emerald at this point because
Mhm,
Emerald is
mhm.
getting it all this set. And I'm not upset at all about it, but shout out to that Hades because it's like, okay, 5 ink, draw 2 cards, 5 ink, Dragonfire. I mean, at this point, and it's inkable. I think we underevaluated this card at the beginning, but we quickly realized it's a banger.
Yeah, and shout out to now you can have 8 Hades in a row with Blurple. Blurple's like, scheming, deal. And I was like, stop scheming and dealing, I swear. So I love it, hate it, all of the above. And now we get to see what Haymaker is up to on his side of the board. We finally went ahead and passed, keeping all the characters upright, saying we need them. They might be doing something. We don't know what they're going to do, but they certainly are afraid of Jasmine pole vaulting right into them.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, she can be as many strength as you need because, again, all you have to do is a discard and just pump her up because she's fearless. She's a princess. And here's another princess, Namari, coming in, which this card is one of my favorite cards from the set. You can basically, you play her, you draw a card, and then you discard a card, and her strength is equal to the amount of cards in your discard, which makes locations kind of poopy when you got a Namari on the other side because, you know, like a 10-5 is just fine. It's just fine.
Namari, famous hater of libraries. If she sees a library, she runs at it full speed. She hates literacy.
Absolutely.
We have her, full vaulter, and her just reaching across. So shout out. JDZ asked us to explain, or us, me, and chat to explain what is girly pop, and he asked, you know, Blue Steel, what kind of decks are girly pop? And I was like, well, obviously Amber Steel Song is always a girly pop deck, but shout out to Blue Steel, Sapphire Steel for becoming the new girly pop deck because it's got the princess energy. It's the most princessy deck of them all. So, you know, love that. We love that is the girliest poppy of deck you could possibly play right now is the princess synergy, combat princess.
I learned something. But again,
I don't speak for all girly pop. I don't.
I was like, I have no idea. Oh, but Blue Steel has always been girly pop. All right.
And Habibi has always been a girly pop. I mean, look at the Steel Song. You
Oh,
never went
yeah.
wrong with
Steel
Steel Song.
Song.
I mean, you briefly played Dogs, which was like, but girls love dogs. So you know what? You can be girly pop if you want to be. I won't gatekeep it. Why would I do that? So if you
I
want to
don't
be
even
girly pop, get in. If you don't, get out. That's all I have.
I remember I was in Vegas and I had my Cinderella playmat and a girl walked up to me and she was like, oh, did you win that? I was like, oh, I got top 16 in the side event. So I had enough tickets to get the Cinderella mat. And she was like, did you play Amber Steel? And I was like, no, I played Ruby Sapphire. And she went, oh, and like walked away. I was like,
I mean, honestly, fair. Ruby Sapphire famously not girly pop. That is that is pop on out of here, dude.
Yeah.
If you come at me with Ruby's Sapphire, but here we go. Mother knows best saying, get back in there, Namari. You can draw and discard a card, but you will not be coming at me for 4,000, which I don't know if Haymaker has necessarily discarded 4,000 at this point. But there certainly is at least 2 cards in the discard. It's tough to say 100%. But either way, she is back, tucked away in the hand. And the board is going wider, which is kind of a win condition here for Anomlix, because the wider he goes, the less the Hades and the Vincenzos of the world really have any power. So this is going pretty good for Anomlix, putting a little bit of tempo on there and making sure he keeps slowly gaining that value and retaining the value.
Yeah, definitely not going. And here we do see him, the Hades Infernal Schemer, coming down and taking out that Clarabelle. But again, at this point, a lot of times when a Clarabelle comes down, she kind of does her damage on the way out when you pass your turn, refilling your hand and getting you where you need to be. And we do see this, we only have the 2 things on there. So our Jasmine is here, but unfortunately, we know that she's going to have to do a little bit of challenging, probably going for that Clarabelle to clean that up to make sure that no other Clarabelle can shift down onto her. But Nomlix has enough ink to where you could just hard play a Clarabelle for fun. Why does Emerald Amethyst have that much ink? Why do you need 2 hands with Emerald Amethyst to be like, hey, all right, I have unexerted.
Are you
here.
saying there's a downside to this? Is that what you're saying?
And that Webby too. The Webby just hanging on.
Yeah.
Forever.
Famous ramp deck of Amethyst Steel or Amethyst Emerald.
Just crazy. You got it all this set, Emerald. Take it down a notch. At least it's not blurple. Honestly, I'm still not over that. So you can ramp, I guess, if you want.
Honestly, let's hate all the decks. Let's take turns saying how every deck is the worst except for
Ruby Amethyst.
And here we go. He's so like, listen, I need to know. So we've got the Namari we've seen, and then a song that he absolutely jettisons of Beyond the Horizon.
Okay.
Which is a nice card because he's jettisoned. He's like, I don't even want you guys to see it.
Just gambits it into the discard. He's like, and it's fine. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter.
He does, yeah.
With the black lung pop.
You're about to make a name for yourself, turning it into a explosion. But Beyond the Horizon could be nice because, as we know, Nomlix has been carefully holding on to cards. Is it a Prince Philip? Is it Malicious Being Scary? Man, it'd be so fun to say, I don't care what it is, get it out. So he could use it as a defensive maneuver, but instead it's time, let's make a deal.
Oh my god, you're gonna give him more cards. At this point, we need our Hades, we need our Jasmine, but we are going to give you more cards because I only have 2 in hand, my dude. So, are we looking for that deal? You gonna give me 2 cards, let me get up to 4, or you just went ahead and threw the Hades on the bottom and said, "Yeet, get him on out of here."
And now we're kind of seeing one of the problems with this Sapphire Steel build is they need some kind of draw condition. I don't believe a lot of them are running a dock. So, we have that Goliath. We've seen that ink they have Beyond the Horizon that got sent to the Banish Forever pile. So it's hard. He has to refill his hand soon. He has just 1 card. So it's Namari, which is famously not known for drawing cards that you get to keep.
Well, I was about to say, you can draw for turn, then you play your Namari, so you will be able to draw and filter a card if that other card, but then you're still going to be just left with 1 card in hand, which is, not enough to do much. But again, we're seeing that Emerald Amethyst is a very strong deck this set, as we do 2 ink for
Sword of Hercules.
Sword of
the most
Hercules.
Powerful. People are saying this is the most powerful card. I know what it does because I've read it 100 times. It's my favorite card. And it is
a deity.
Oh, well, guess what, Hades? You are trying to make a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
Because you could go. That's quite fun.
Flavor win on that. Oh, I love it. Okay. It also does another thing. I'm pretty sure, I don't know, it's like Challenger Resist. It does some stuff, but
Luke was switching cards so fast, and then when we needed him in our most desperate hour, he's gone, and I love that shout out.
Yeah, basically it does come in and banish a deity. I do know that, which is kind of good for, we were like, oh, it's going to be good for Shark, but hey, her Hades sword coming in and banishing a Hercules sword coming in and banishing a Hades is really flavorful, and we do love.
Yeah, we love the flavor there, and I love any kind of reach with the lore burst here. So during your turn, whenever one of your characters banishes another character in challenge, gain a lore. So we might get another combat princess moment here coming across, because while we have 3 characters on board, they are not so menacing. Now, she cannot reach one of them. She's reaching as hard as she can, but Genie does have evasive who just popped down. So unfortunately, Nomlix has a myriad of problems that they presented, and Haymaker has exactly 2 solutions and no cards in hand. So it is an uphill battle, and now he has a card in hand. Congratulations with Mother Knows Best. but it is not what he wants to see, because now it's like he can't get any traction. Namari is doing the slippy thing where she's like going whoop, 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 and she's about to fall. Her legs are flapping hilariously, and she cannot get any traction in this game. So shout out to Haymaker, who's still in this. He goes ahead and drops the Tinkerbell. Yeah,
Pretty
so
good. Ish.
it's and then
Listen, we are in this. We are fighting back. We got everything in this deck, and so cards that you and I definitely knew about, and we are still. Again, we didn't let him make the deal with Hades, and
No.
that's fine, because then that kind of does run Nomlix down on cards. And again, we are at 9 lore. Of course, if we turn the Ursula sideways, if you turn the Webby sideways, hopefully if we have a shift Webby, that'll give us some ward going on here, and we won't be able to sprinkle that damage around with the Tinkerbell. Now, a Clarabelle coming down doesn't really help us here, because again, we know the Haymaker has 1 card in hand. So I guess that if we decide to ink that card in hand, we could potentially draw 1. But it does present a giant threat on the board as we get that Genie turning active sideways, and now we are at 11.
Yeah, did the Genie not take a damage from that Tink when she came in? Does he just have, like, is he built different? Some might wonder. I think,
Do you wish not to have damage on him, you think? That's
he's
where
like,
it's-
Genie, I wish for you not to take damage. But honestly, it might not matter. We're about to find out, because honestly, it's kind of now or never for Haymaker to turn the corner, as they say. So he does get to draw and discard a card here, which is going to be very important, because he's kind of on that turn clock where he
Get
really
that
needs
Tipo
to.
out of here.
Yeah, Tipo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Read the room, Tipo.
I mean, in the discard is where he needs to be, is that Genie does take that retroactive damage. He is not immune to Tinkerbell's things. But again, I mean, Namari's pretty big, so that if that Clarabelle turns sideways, again, we probably don't have any go-go shenanigans off the top. We are at 11, so even shifting Webby will get us pretty close, but you're still going to have to shift in the face of a Namari and a Tinkerbell. So let's see what Nomlix has in hand, and it is a oh, that's got ward. Oh no, oh no.
Now,
Ward and 2 lore. That's pretty good.
Spooky Sight gets
Oh,
around
another
that
ward.
ward.
Oh,
Okay, doesn't get
God.
around that, unfortunately.
Oh,
I was gonna be like,
okay.
that Prince
Well,
Philip can get around it. And I mean, he could get rid of 3 characters with a nice little, a little spooky sight, if you will. Unfortunately, upright, he still has that Clarabelle. He's got Webby, who just came down. So things are looking very desolate for Haymaker, who has to do a miracle here. Little
Yeah.
resources, not many cards. What can we do? We'll start with
Oh,
Vin-
Vincenzo.
Vincenzo
That's pretty good.
Santorini.
So we got to take out that Genie because it had 1 on it because of the. Oh no. All right. Well, that wasn't it.
Yeah.
All right. So Nomlix takes it in 2 games against Haymaker on the Sapphire Steel.
Yeah.
I mean, basically presented you with 32 problems, and you had a Hercules sword for one of them, but you needed like a wrecking ball and then some other things. But we got it.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and jump into the whatever room we would call that, arena, the
Who knows?
mat, the dojo.
Sounds-
We're jumping in.
I don't know. Hey, how are you guys doing?
Still waiting to play some games of Lorcana.
Yeah,
You don't get to.
but you got to play Sword of Hercules, and you had me and Color learn what that card does. So in a way, you won that.
Yeah, I did it.
Also,
I did
I
the
also
thing.
asked him. I also asked, yeah.
Yeah, you said, "Hey, buddy, we all know that card, but just in case, read it out loud." But that was
Yeah.
quite the match here. We got the mirror here on the screen, but Color, I mean, we were talking about how that first game was stunning. Did we ever see any non-Hades Amethyst cards? I'm like, is this a single one?
Yeah.
Hades
Is this
and the rest
mono emerald with 1 Hades in it? Because, or no, at least 2 Hades.
yeah.
A devious deck building situation there. We were sitting here like, oh, they're playing mono emerald. Like there are no other cards in this deck until the Hades. So can you let us know if there are any other Amethyst cards in the deck other than Genie and Hades? I guess
I mean, just take the best ones and then
that'll do it.
let
Yeah.
Green.
Yeah, I
Universe
realized that
take the
game
flag.
1. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe I conceded too soon. I didn't see what his other color was.
I know.
No, there's actually 12 purple cards, so that's also the Cheshire Cat.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
but that's it.
Wow.
Cheshire Cat, pretty good. Yeah, just throw some really strong emerald cards in it, and then the couple good amethyst cards that we have, and then call it a day. And that should probably That'll make your 60. I think that's good. That's a good deck construction.
Worked out
Eh.
perfectly here.
Haymaker, can you tell us a little bit about that game 1 scoop? Just like
I
that
had
happened
all
so
unequals.
fast.
I didn't have a play the turn that
Oh.
I scooped. My play would have been 1 jump. I drew a 1 jump that turn with the other Tinkerbell in hand. Like I didn't have a play. So when I inked the first Tinkerbell, I was like, well, that's probably game losing, and then I would have had to ink the second one. So that was I was just like, there was no way to come back and win. So I just figured if I'm gonna hope to win 2 out of 3, then I'm gonna need all the time I can get. So let's just go next game. But I probably should have like waited a turn and just tried to like hard cast Beyond the Horizon or something just to see if I could see what his other color was. But
It was fun.
I just
Definitely.
decided-
I was about to say
I'd had
yeah,
enough of that game.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, honestly, shout out to you for that. Like, there's a lot of situations where, as casters, we're sitting here and we're just like, oh no, oh, like, yes, maybe if he draws a card that says I win, then, and you were just like, literally, no, let's go next game. And I was like, oh, you know what? You're not singing and dancing for the stream. You're just like, let's go next and see what else we can do. But Noblix, how do you feel about the Sapphire Steel kind of versus the Emerald Amethyst matchup in this set?
I mean, it's one of the reasons why you play this color combo. So it's like all the blue decks, the Webby does just great into the blue decks, and like blue steel, so the Sapphire card he ramps, my Webby gets more to do. My Hades, he plays big boys, I can play the Hades onto, so that's always a great card to play there. So yeah, pretty much one of the best matchups I could have gotten. Plus I was on the play, plus I drew perfectly pretty much. So yeah, it was
perfect.
a good game for me.
Yeah, great unless your name is Matthew Peddle, who says,
I was about to
Yeah.
say,
yeah, I thought it was
I'd say that is an accurate assessment of what happened,
Yeah.
and I got absolutely stomped for my comments last week. So
Yeah.
I got what I deserved.
Now, we love a spicy little inclusion here, and spicy you had with the Sword of Hercules. So, Sharon, like, was that a one of? Was it like you were just like, listen, this is here because I like it, or is it a 4 of because you truly believe?
I put 2 in the deck. My plan was to tilt Rick off the planet and then need to win, but he chickened out and went for the 3rd match. So I didn't get to do that. But I was like, yeah, it's been okay. Like it's inkable.
Psychological play.
Yeah, and it gets it gets the Hades, and the red Hercules who's starting to make an appearance. So it's
I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I
no one
love
can
that
know
card.
about that card yet.
Oh, I love that card. But yeah, I mean, honestly, at that point, tilting fumbles is a legitimate strategy, and I respect it. So
We love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole metafy that you can buy. It's really
yeah. There's only like 1 paragraph, but it's sick, and you should shut up. But
chapter 1. Just have it. Play Popsicle turn 1, and you've achieved.
Scoop.
Yep.
But speaking of scoop, I mean, we saw the mean bird combo. It used to be Diablo turn 1, Diablo turn 2, shift, and now we have Webby turn 1. So do you think Webby is going to be the brave future, like where everybody will scoop on turn 2 once we got that shift Webby? Or how are you feeling in this meta with this beautiful bird baby?
I mean, that's certainly not Diablo level.
It's not there yet. Okay.
But it's like one of the strongest early plays.
We haven't tried putting him in a cove yet.
especially against
oh,
blue.
chill.
Not put him in a cove.
Webby
Then
the
see how
cove.
we
Yeah.
end.
Webby
She
gets
applies so much
hands.
pressure. She pretty much allows this deck to also run the Prince Philip combo. Like she just generates so many resources, which is like so great in this Emerald Amethyst deck because you get to pretty much ramp for free. You don't have to spend hand cards to ink them. You get to ramp faster. You get to Prince Philip combo earlier. So she's like so good in this deck. She is really what makes this deck good against Sapphire. And yeah, just an insane card.
Yeah, I mean, Haymaker, I did tell you're saying there's a downside to this, and the answer is yeah. The downside is we had Nomlix get more and more resources, so he's the flavor test.
Yeah, you kind of just gotta hope they don't have the Webby shift more than one game in the set. And if they do, then you just gotta hope they don't have like the follow up with all the gas, and And when they do, you're just gonna lose.
The only thing, Nomlix, that you didn't have game one was the Shift Claire Bear with your welcome. But you had the Shift Webby and the Shift Claire Bell, and then a prompt scoop before we got to learn your other mystery ink color, which hardly mattered.
You're welcome would
Good
have been
deck
great
build.
as well, but I at least had the Mother Knows Best, so that's also just as good, almost, in this matchup, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, shout out
I
to...
literally had everything.
Yeah, I was going to say, shout out for
I was
Haymaker
lucky
for
there.
putting up with that. I'm just kidding. Give Nomlix everything that they needed for a wonderful match. But again, I know that you guys probably play quite often, so you'll get him again next time around. Haymaker.
He played well, altered well, played his line out perfectly, and won. So good game.
It was wonderful to watch because I think, this is a matchup we will be seeing, said champs and probably in Richmond, because these are two decks that are doing what they're doing in a way that we haven't seen in a while. So it's very exciting and scary on both sides. But we'll do our little shout outs and goodbyes. So we'll start with you, Haymaker. Do you have any shout outs or anything before we say goodbye?
Shout outs to SLTC. You guys own me this week. And I love all you there. So that'll be it for me.
Wow. Just a shout out to the enemy and the friends enemy, frenemies. So we love it.
If you will.
But on the other side.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Nomlix's player card, by the way. Honestly. And just like a second time around with that. I don't know how much time that took you, but it was worth every second. So thank you.
Lasagna tasting championship.
Katie's like, oh wait, let me get at this for a second.
yeah. I famously had beef with the SLTC the first round of ICL. I said, what is up with this group? And they don't have their names. So I said, Luke, what is their name? And he said, it's a secret. And I said, I don't like that. Kick them out. And so, shout out for Luke.
We almost never made it.
Yeah, me saying I don't like acronyms. So I am a fun ruiner. But speaking of not fun ruiner, we have Nomlix. Do you have any shout outs?
Well, of course, first and foremost, shout outs to SLTC. There's so many, so amazing players there to test together. So thanks to them, but also to the Sharks for playing this match. We're both still in the running and on top there, so most likely we'll meet again in the playoffs, hopefully. And there's so many amazing people on that team, also people I test with, other SLTC players test with. So also shout outs to them. We'll for sure meet again in this tournament again, hopefully in the final, I guess.
Yeah, shout out to you guys for playing, and definitely I enjoyed all of the banter throughout the week. So yeah, now we've got 1-1, so we're gonna see who takes it in this last round, and it's all on fumbles. So we'll see. SLTC
fumbles the match.
Fumbles is clutch.
He's gonna clutch it. Who knows?
He'll win
I don't
or
know.
lose.
He'll win or lose.
But either way, thank you both. We'll go ahead and jump back to the booth, but thank you for this wonderful match.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And a back. Clicking buttons. What is... J-Bomb, no, I don't like that
I lost
one.
everything. I clicked away and I was gone. I was so scared, Color, but I found you.
You guys gotta get 2 monitors. I don't know why.
I have 2 monitors. That's the thing, is I lost the plug in the move, and I don't know.
Okay.
Listen.
I thought you meant you have 2 monitors at this time. You don't have them plugged up. Okay, I was about to say.
I have 2 monitors, but one is just dark, and it's been dark for months. And for what reason? Honestly, ADHD is a silent killer. People don't talk about that. But what they do talk about is that it was an honor and a pleasure to cast. And we are going into game 3. It all comes down to this. One team gets to be the cool team. The other team gets to be the team that drools. That's not true. But either way, I'm going to pass it to, one of the greatest. You're staying here. We're not allowing you to leave, right?
Oh, okay. Is that what's happening?
Are you staying? I
have
remember.
No idea. Production.
We're kicking you out.
JZ and Luke, I am being kicked out. I was like, there's no way they're gonna let me occupy. I'm just gonna
get it right.
She
hacked the mainframe. She's inside the computer. But we'll go ahead and pass it to the 2 hostess with the hostess. We're the hostesses with the mostesses, but we're going to the host with the most, and that is JDZ and Luke Wonderland.
Air horns. ICL on a Tuesday. What is up, Luke? How you feeling? How are you? Let's get it. I love it. I would love to have sound. If we, I think you're muted again. No big deal. We're gonna get that sorted early and
all
often.
right, fixed. I
No big
I
deal.
wasn't saying anything worth anything. JD
No big
had
deal.
it.
I'm
was,
telling you right
was
now,
doing
Luke,
everything
if you
relevant.
give us full access to the soundboard in between games, the quality of the ICL will improve 165% at least.
You mean during the interviews?
During the interviews, during the whole
Well,
thing.
the interviews you're in Discord, so you could use them.
Yeah, I have them in the interviews, and I have been kind of working them in slowly. I don't want to burn them out too fast, but it's been a nice little addition to the interviews to kind of help those out. It's been nice. I had a chance to watch those matches during my break. I sat there and had the ICL up, watching them to go down, and it's been an absolute vibe. And I love the gambling aspect that you've added. That's really fun.
It's always been there. I've just been lazy, I guess. But we'll start another one.
I'm up big, man. I don't think I'm going to participate in this one, even though I should bet the farm on fumbles. I think
bet
it's got
in
what
the
it takes.
farm again.
I bet the farm last time and I walked away with it. I think I'm gonna go with a paltry bet this time, just to see if we can satiate ourselves. And I think I'll throw a little
nice
scratch
reasonable bet.
A little nice reasonable bet. I think I'm gonna throw a little scratchy 2,000 on. Wait, we got nothing on. I'm gonna let it get a little closer to the end here, and I'm gonna see what these lines are looking like, what these spreads are looking like. Because if I can pick up, if I can pick up a little bit on, on Shadox here. Maybe we can clean up. We can clean up kind of good. I don't know. A lot of people going in on fumbles.
I mean, I'm assuming you're going to go in on fumbles because that's who you predicted to win everything.
I did. I'm going in on fumbles, but I'm saying if the line is there, if I'm getting good odds on Shadox, man, I might just throw some coins.
Might as well
there.
get some points while you're at it.
There you go, man. I might as well get some coins there. If it gets closer to 50-50, I'm going to wait a little bit. But man, what a great little matchup, man. And we had the LCCCC today as well. I know you're going to be participating in that. Are you ready? Is your deck fixed? Are you good to go?
I did. All right. So we were originally supposed to have. Oh, I have the wrong names up. I'm silly.
That's okay. I can be Katie. You can be Color.
I'm Color. You're Katie. All right.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can be Katie. I think Katie's way too funny. I don't know if I can pull it off. I could try.
Try, go for it.
I don't think I can pull it off. I can't even attempt to try. Katie's just clears every time. But notably, both of these Illumineers are rocking the same mat. Did they do this on purpose? Is this coordinated?
I
have two
don't know.
Winnie Wizard mats lined up against each other. I love that for fumbles and Shadox. I think they had to team up and do that. There's got to be some collaboration there.
Yeah, it definitely seems planned. What? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button.
All right, we got about 3 minutes until the predictions close. It looks like it's closer to 50-50 than I had originally imagined. So for that, I'm gonna go ahead and toss a couple bucks in here. Let's see what I can do. Let's see. Where's my little bucko? I can't even gamble on my computer here. I don't know what's happening. How do I do this? Oh, it's not working.
How do I gamble on my computer?
Let's see. Oh, custom out.
Siri, how do I gamble?
I'm gonna put a nice little paltry bet. You know, it's just something slight. We'll see how that goes.
Just a little.
Yeah,
one.
just something to wet my whistle a little bit, just to keep it interesting. All right. So here it is. Fumbles will be on the draw. As those are the rules of the ICL. Shadox going to be on the plate. I'm not sure what Shadox is playing this set. I'm interested to find out. I know he has been yearning for Ruby in the past few sets, been trying to make Ruby work. I'll be interested if he's going to go back to it, and it looks like he's on some version of the Emerald strategy. I understand the Slab Sharks have already utilized their Emerald and Amethyst ratio or ration. So maybe we got Emerald and Sapphire, and it could be.
I'm assuming it's got to be Emerald Sapphire. Because we've seen Emerald Amethyst and Amethyst Sapphire. So, I mean, it could be the dogs. Could be the dogs.
It could be the Circle of Dogs. And I hope for our sake that it is the Circle of Dogs, because if this is the Emerald Sapphire mirror match, buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be a 54-minute endurance race to the finish and going into time here in the ICL on a Tuesday. Thank you all for being here. Shadox now still revealing the second color, and it is the Emerald and Sapphire mirror match. As ramp on 2 is what you want to do, your welcome is going to follow it down to the Inkwell with a nice little cheeky quest for 1 with that Clarabelle 1 cost. Let's see if Fumbles can follow up with a little bit of ramp on 2 as well.
So has there been there's been a lot of Phillips. Has there been
7
16 Prince Phillips in this matchup.
There have been every round so far
no.
has featured Prince Phillip except for the Sapphire Steel player that had no Prince Phillip.
Well, no. I don't
access.
think Prince Phillips were in Ray's deck.
Oh no, you're right. He did not have it. I mean, maybe he
But
did. I don't
did
know.
Nomlix
Ray
have Prince
took-
Phillip in his list?
I think Nomlix did. Or if he didn't, he probably should. I know they mentioned it, as that is going to be that shiny Cinderella on 4 now, accelerating the ramp plan, kind of currently winning the orange race. Let's see if Fumbles is going to match energy with that, or are you following more of the Edmund Chu approach and electing not to use the Cinderella Dreams Come True character? I think. What do you think about that card, Luke? I think it's falling, man. I think it's falling fast. Cinderella. Do you think it's still the best card in the set?
You and your hate of cards. You're like, Dumbo's a terrible card.
You know me. You know me too well, Luke. You know me too well.
I think
know me too
Cinderella's
well.
good. I ranted about her earlier on my stream. I think she's a very reasonable $50 card, $40 to $50 card. I think $70 for a currently printed legendary non-enchanted non-promo card in a Lorcana is overpriced. I don't think it should really be over 50. If a card maintains an over $50 price point for a very long time, it probably needs to be banned, or something from the deck needs banned.
For sure. Or it needs to be printed more or something to give people more access to it. Because I don't want to be blocking people off, making people pay all this money for these cards. As the Clarabelle shift is going to come on through, do you have the patent pending You're Welcome to go along with it? I don't think you do. Or do you have another song to sing to get this Cinderella Dreams Come True moving?
Singing Under the Sea here would be absurd for this mirror match.
Game winning, you would say, but no one's playing Under the Sea anymore. It seems as under.
I've seen it as a 1 or 2 of. I don't know if it's in these lists, but I've seen it as a 1 or 2 of. It's kind of like they run the full Prince Philip combo, and then they run around 4 copies of an assortment of like Spooky and Under the Sea, like between 2 and 4. I've seen like 1 Under the Sea, 3 Spookies, 2 and 2, 2 and 1, just 2 of them and 0. Kind of goes both ways. Being able to come back here, Rick, with the Clarabelle of his own is like pretty good for him, honestly. Especially if he has the song to sing in response. If he has the You're Welcome, it's like he just takes it right back, and like it's as if he was in the play.
He did reveal the You're Welcome, so he did show the You're Welcome, but he kind of pump faked it a little bit, elected not to use it. But we are going to go ahead and use that You're Welcome now. Donald Duck is going to be the one that elects to sing it. So like you said, Luke, man, having that Clarabelle shift You're Welcome is probably one of the most powerful things you can do in all of Disney Lorcana right there. And Shadox didn't have it. Fumbles did have it. And that could be the story of the game to break this mirror wide open. But now you need a card like Bend to My Will or something like that. You got to hope that Shadox isn't holding on to another Clarabelle that could kind of just replenish all that value that you've just lost here. So still a lot of game left to be played. Shadox has a ton of cards in hand. You just need one of them not to be another one of those Clarabelles or a Bend to My Will or something like that back on you.
Yeah, this is rough.
I don't know. I mean, you still have that Prince Philip combo that you can do. And I think no matter what situation you get into, as long as you have a 2-card combo that can wipe the board, you should be fine to recover from that, as Shadox is piecing out the best way to accost this situation. You still also have that Donald Duck Perfect Gentleman over there, which I'm quickly realizing how powerful that card is too in this green Clarabelle situation that we're in. That card is just so obnoxious sometimes, especially in the Brainiac stuff too.
Yeah. Clarabelle, I don't care for the card very much.
Yeah, I know. Why are you such a Clarabelle hater? I know you as much as I hate, you've never liked Clarabelle light on her hooves. You've been down
and
on this card for ever.
Love Diablo.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
I don't know. It's like you have to have it, and like you lose the games you don't. And lots of times in the Diablo decks, you don't automatically lose if you don't have the Diablo. Some people might think that, but like in the Emerald Steel list, it was just a good stuff deck, right?
Mm-hmm. And I mean that deck was pretty good. This deck right here is like I don't know, man. It just seems almost obnoxious sometimes with what it can do. As we get another Clarabelle down,
yeah.
able to gain some more cards. We got another You're Welcome. So we are going to spin that Hades back to the deck as well. And Fumbles will be able to replenish the hand with a bit more nutrients as well. And that's, I mean, it happened to you once. Okay, once, I understand. Twice? Not twice. Not like this, says Shadox, I'm assuming, internally. As you do have a million billion cards in hand, though. So that's one good thing you got going for you.
Yeah, that is one aspect that he has to get stuff in play to gain lore with. He has to quest with them. If he's singing songs and playing removal, he's not doing much. So if Shadox gets to stick a singer and then sing the combo and board wipe, they both have a bunch of cards in hand and a bunch of ink. It could go either way. It's heavily favored for Fumbles, but if Shadox just always has everything, like, imagine if next turn Fumbles sings more removal and then plays Bend to My Will.
Yeah, that's the card I think that Shadox is hoping never to see. Because right now you're playing this Clarabelle bounce war. You got a billion cards in hand. But the time to Bend to My Will here from Fumbles could just be demise here in this incredibly obnoxious mirror match that both of these Illumineers are trying to navigate right now. I can't quite see Shadox's hand. I'm glad we can't, because Fumbles would also be able to see his hand as well. But what kind of card do you think he's looking for here? Maybe that Warded Prince Philip could be a nice spicy include right now.
Yeah.
If you have that. I'm not sure if Emerald and Sapphire are on this Prince Philip main line, but a nice warded
Some are.
shift target to sing and then blow up this board could be an absolute vibe here.
So in the mirror, the fact that they have to combo it away, you can play it and then sing the malicious, mean, and scary, and then shift for 6 ink. So it's a way to combat this board, honestly. So if you expect there to be some sort of mirrors, it's not bad. It's also a character you can play that sings removal against Amethyst Steel that they can't interact with.
Mm-hmm. I really do think that they could probably figure out a way to play that card as well. I'm not sure if it's correct or not, but that will be a nice little warded, resilient character to kind of play and set up that very powerful play. But now Fumbles has survived another Hades, but that Inkwell is just juiced. And now if you want it, you can go full combo. It's probably not the best time to do it because his board is not that great. Late stage Cinderella, you hate to see it. Cards mid, you hate to see it.
A little bit of filtering. It's just a ramp card. Some people claiming it's the best card ever, best character ever. Is obviously it's not. I feel like they just have never read Flaversham or Diablo. Like a friend of mine literally messaged me like within this last week, who has played Magic and other card games. He's like, "What's the best card in Lorcana?" I was like, "Diablo or Flaversham, your choice."
And they read it. Did you let them read it as a Magic player? And what were their thoughts if they did? I kind of want to see.
They just said thanks and didn't get back to me. So I don't know. I don't know.
That's wild. Okay.
I mean, as a Magic player, I think Diablo is pretty good. I think Flaversham is trash. Like, it is not a good Magic card, I don't think.
From a Magic perspective, I would be interested to see, like, if we could maybe find a way to have Magic cards played as Lorcana cards and like power scale them down or something, or up the right way, and just play a game like Magic versus Lorcana, see how it'll work out.
It's crazy is because some cards are bonkers and other cards are like, this is overpriced. But you're just like, no, in Magic this thing is insane. Or vice versa. I feel like like a 2-cost 3/3 used to be like insane in Magic, but they've also like had a power creep too.
Yeah. We're going through our own little power creep according to the developers. They said that that was part of the plan, introduce us to the game, and then now that we've kind of graduated to the next level, let's really turn up the power level on these cards and see if the people can handle it. And so far I'm enjoying what I'm seeing here in Whispers in the Well, and hopefully Shadox is too, as he's really looking at all these cards, hoping that you don't encounter a Bend to My Will here in the next couple turns, because you probably would lose. I'd hate to see those visions of the future start rolling in and look for a potential Bend to My Will, because that's kind of the game that you're playing right now, trying to keep a board, but also trying not to get blasted with the Bend to My Will.
Is that a Goofy?
That is a Max Goof, Rockstar expert. No, his name is Max Goof. Hip hop all star, Max Goof, power rock rapper, rap enthusiast. Oh man,
Rap
Oh.
enthusiast, he says.
no, it's chart topper.
Chart
Dang.
topper.
I was close. Rap enthusiast is close. No. Okay, never mind.
Max Goof, rap enthusiast.
I was close, man. Okay, I wasn't close at all. You gotta try. You gotta try. You gotta try. You gotta try. But now here it is, as Fumbles is going late stage ramp here, getting those TPOs in the late game exactly the way you want them to come, late and often, as we have the Cinderella TPO line, the rare and indigenous, I might add. And we are going to get maximum value. What is that? That's the Basil. We'll bounce past that rap enthusiast back to the hand. Max Goof, the chart topper, is back in hand. And you're just really setting yourself up for another juicy Clareville. There's a very good chance that Fumbles may deck out here if we keep drawing all these cards. Uh-oh. That's what you don't want to see here. Late game visions.
I don't think he's going to deck out. I hope he won't deck out. He's got eventually, like, he has a bit of lore in play. The humorously, the T-pos are going in. Like, there's going to have to be a Philip combo or an Under the Sea of sorts, or even a spooky to hit like a couple, to take 2 lore out of play, and you don't care about giving him more ink when he's already at 12. It's like, sure, have it.
Yeah, he's already got a billion zillion lore, and you have to do something. It seems like Fumbles has been doing a very good job of just keeping Shadox's characters off the board, just bouncing or removing every single card every single time, playing this real tempo game. So boxing him out, Shadox has a billion cards in hand, but it doesn't matter if you can't seem to play anything. And as soon as you overcommit to the board, you already know he's going to hit you with the full combo as well. So you just
Well,
kind of
he can't do it yet. He's an ink short. He could ink, but that only puts him at 11, and the full combo costs 12.
No, he could just sing it. He'll just sing it with Cinderella or something.
Shadox.
Oh, Shadox cannot. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Shadox needs to combo is what I meant. Yeah, Rick can just if Shadox even stops it, Rick can full combo back easily.
Yeah, and I was like something like if Shadox were to, okay, I need to put 2 guys onto the board, you put the chart topper back down and then maybe your own Donald, and then they're just going to get blasted anyway. So it's not a great spot. You've kind of lost your on the play momentum. You really have to do a very good job of keeping that initiative, and you lost it when you didn't get your You're Welcome, and Fumbles kind of did. And wait a minute.
Oh, there's the bend.
There is the bend, and you did have the bend to my will.
There's an Under the Sea.
Is that enough? As Fumbles lost a lot of nutrients there from the hand. You do have this Donald Duck Perfect Gentleman. He can kind of help you draw some of it back.
And Shadox did an ink that I'm not aware of. Maybe
Shadox
he didn't update, meaning he can't combo away this board yet.
Shadox
he
also
did ink.
Did not draw from the Donald, I don't believe, from the Perfect Gentleman draw there. As we'll take a viz.
I did see him put a card on the top of his hand. I think he did draw.
Okay. I might be mistaken. I am kind of looking at this at a low resolution. I don't know what's happening here. I can see some.
You're watching through Discord, correct?
No, I'm watching through the video.
Click on Discord. I'm streaming into that because the video wasn't working for Ashley earlier. That's why it's like one pixel.
I'm in potato. Yeah, I'm in full potato mode, and I was just rocking with it, dude. I didn't even care.
A professional over here.
Wouldn't even have said a thing if you didn't.
It was set to literally 0 bits. I'm surprised.
I actually cannot see. I'm over here rocking with it, but All right.
But Rick has Fumble's board is pretty solid right here.
Oh my goodness, that is so much better. That is the world's better. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm a new person. It's so nice. All right, so yeah, this is still a lot of questing power coming in from Fumbles, man, and I do believe Shadox may now have the requirement to deploy the combo here on this following turn, and I still think he might need to, as Spooky Sight also could slow him down a bit.
Yeah, no, this is definitely Lorcana as Richard Garfield intended, as the phrase goes. I guess you didn't play Magic, so that wouldn't make any sense to you, but
okay. Richard Garfield, he's the creator, one of the creators.
He created Magic the Gathering.
Ah, okay. Does he still play? Is he still with us?
He is alive. Yes. He designed sets for a while. I don't think he has anything to do with it anymore. He's made quite a few games. He's like a board game maker. I honestly feel like he was probably upset that Magic was as popular as it was. He was probably ecstatic and then was upset when he wanted to do things that weren't Magic.
Gotcha. Okay. He probably. I mean, I wonder what he would think now. I wonder if someone can like get him a deck, and that'd be a great. I'd watch that show. Someone had like, hey, this is creative Magic. We're gonna play some current Commander with him right now.
It would be. He made a game. It was weird, but basically like a lot of the cards were unique and you could only I didn't like it. Keyforge. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Keyforge.
Okay. And I'm just looking at this game. I'm sorry, look, we're just kind of getting off subject here because I'm just looking at both of these players with the most ridiculous inkwells I think we've seen. We got one at 18, one at 14, and then the Malicious, Mean, and Scary is going to be deployed here as Fumbles now is presenting the end of the game. So it's going to be on Shadox now to go full combo to strike back. Fumbles notably also is low in cards. I think you're only holding maybe one, maybe two cards in hand right now. And Shadox does have the
he's just
opportunity.
drawn off of the Donald. All he has is two. I'm surprised he has that many cards, honestly, after getting bent.
So it's like, it's one of those grind sessions as we are counting the ink, and it is going to be the Basil. That is just not what you want to be doing, sending that Prince Philip back to the hand, unless you got another one of those bend to my wills. The game is going to be over if you don't, because just imagine another combo coming back down. Could be devastating for you as we go for a max goof again. Did not get to the full combo. This is looking great for Fumbles.
Ink Geyser would go so hard right now. That would be amazing.
Why aren't people not playing that card?
You know that Beefcake played it at Oh, we got a combo again.
Yeah, that's how that's gonna go. And we're gonna quest for 3. Bounce Prince Philip not to be banished, and then you're gonna end up banishing yourself in the long run, as both of these Illumineers are rocking full libraries in their inkwells, just so deep. Talking about whispers in the well, whispers in these two players' inkwells, and Shadox now is probably gonna have to concede here and go into a all-important game number 2. Back now against the wall for Shadox. Fumbles has to be feeling great, taking one in this mirror match.
The draw.
And that was only what, 24 minutes?
Only. It was 20 minutes. It was 20 minutes. They're 55-minute rounds.
Okay. That was only 20 minutes. Okay. Right on.
I think bend is a beautiful way to end these games when it works. That was a player who got bent, but he was already in the tempo. Now, had Rick bent Shadox, the game probably would have just been over, like way faster. But the bend was Shadox trying to get back in the game. Then he also didn't have the combo. If he ever had the full combo to wipe that down, like that was the other aspect that he was missing. He needed to be able to combo and then bend. Instead, he was just like, I have nothing good to play. I'm just going to have to bend you.
Yeah. And it just, like you said, he just never had an opportunity to have any. I don't think he had a character stick on the board for a single turn. Like after that Clairol play, you're welcome. No other character lived except for the Tipo or the Cinderella much later on. But yeah, I was playing this gentleman the other day, man, and he had 2 Cinderellas down, and he was ink geysering me, and he just kept like playing Cinderellas and like inking like crazy. And I got beat so bad, like it wasn't even fun. I had the worst time in my life, and it was just a miserable experience. But I was like, why don't more people who enjoy making people miserable figure something out with this ink geyser?
Why don't more people who enjoy making people miserable? Why don't they break this card? Probably because people don't want that card broken. But I did put it in a deck. I was playing it on stream the other day, actually.
Yeah.
It was Ink Geyser Hyper Aggro. It was like, oh, you're going to spooky sight me or whatever. You're going to spooky me. Okay. I'm going to play Ink Geyser, and then I'll have like 7 cards in hand to play cards again.
There you go. I like it.
Easy
I like it. You
peasy.
like it. I love it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen, man. Ink Geyser should be more playable just because of the fit that we all threw when Ink Geyser was first revealed. I will never forget that. When Ink Geyser was revealed, everyone was like super upset about it and they thought it was going to break the game. The card hasn't done anything at all ever. It's just never. It hasn't performed at all. Like no effect. Literally,
I'm sure Mo has won a game with it before.
No effect, no impact, man. This thing.
I played it in Allies on the other side. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. I'm talking like tournaments, like getting that thing should be out here like winning events.
It would get banned after it won a DLC.
it should be a part of this metagame, I think. Ink Geyser. Just keep Geyser
one player's got turn 2 ramp. Is Fumbles gonna have the ramp as well, or is the game over before it begins?
Oh, please don't Viz right here. Please. Not like
Please
this.
don't Visions. Please don't Visions.
Please.
Why are you thinking? He just has so much ramp. He's deciding on what he wants to ramp and put away.
Never didn't have it. As we do have a fair game here. Ramp on 2. A Sapphire player missing ramp on 2. That could be a funny video. Like, I don't know. It seems like there's some comedy there because they feel like they're so entitled to it, and when they don't get it, it's like the end of the universe when it doesn't happen. As we are going to go Cinderella now, so you are having the most optimal start again, and you're one jumping. Oh, you're ramping, huh? You're getting that inkwell saturated early. That's a lot.
All cards in Inkwell Enter Play would be a fantastically fun card.
You think so?
Like, you how much dread would you have when turn 1 your opponent's like, I'm gonna ink Prince Philip. Yeah, or Maleficent Dragon. Next turn, I'm gonna ink Tinkerbell. Like, what's going on here? Like,
what would it like? How much would that cost? That'd be such an expensive. It had to be such an expensive card.
Like a 10 cost song.
10 cost song to play all the cards from your inkwell.
Both players.
Both
players play all characters from their inkwell into play.
All characters or all characters?
Characters.
Okay,
put all of their cards into their owner's discard.
And Luke is never hired at Rosberg.
Not on a song. I would never put that on a song. That would just be terrible. But
like
I think
cost uninkable action, dude. There you go.
Even as a song, it would have to be like an 8 cost uninkable action, and even then it'd be really good. Like maybe 9 or 10. Like,
that'd be too fun. That'd be just blasting Maleficent Dragons and. Man, they would never print a card like that. They gave us freaking Black Cauldron, man. And that card is just almost close enough to being semi-quasi playable. And
the funny thing is, chat's all talking about how good it is. You probably lose the game after you play it. You're going to pay some big thing that puts all of your opponent's characters in play. You pass the turn and they quest with them and win the game. So
they quest for 75, dude, to just win. Unless you have exactly like Maleficent Dragon, Hades.
Like a bunch of Tinkerbells and things to like wipe their board.
Because they're probably gonna have that.
Oh, could you imagine putting in like somehow putting in a Naveen into your inkwell so then you get to play a song for free or something?
Oh,
it'd be fun, but
that'd be good. You gotta have like Return of Hercules or something in your hand and then play that. No, you can't because you have no ink. You can't play anything. You gotta like sing. You gotta have a dry character up to sing a song from your hand to clear their board. Like
ooh, Hades hitting the Clarabelle.
Yeah, they're zooming, man. They're playing so fast. I really do appreciate the speed in which these Illumineers are getting loose. As Hades is down early, 7 cost character in face of and staring down the Cinderella in the Tipo there, who's been around for a while. Opposition Tipo, Fumbles Tipo has been there for quite a while as well. Cinderella could clear this Tipo if you want it, picking up a small slight plus in the process, or you can go full combo, or we can play this John Silver here, which I don't know, man. He's not really doing too terribly much. Cinderella thinking about going on that challenge on that Tipo.
I want a character that is a 2 cost 2/2 quest for 2. When it comes into play, you may look at all of your ink and return one of your choice to your hand.
Really?
So in like the mid to late game, you play it like you have 5 or 6 ink, you draw this 2-drop, you return another character you inked earlier, and you get to play it.
play it for free, or you play it for
You have to pay
the
for it
cost?
still.
Yeah,
You just return it to your hand.
that'd be kind of crazy.
You
I
could
don't know,
use
man.
it as like a weird one cost 2/2 quest for 2 in like a middle game where you just return an ink and then re-ink the card you returned, or you could use it as card advantage, but you don't really want to use it on turn 2 when you play it. So it's a card that's better in the mid to late on the play, or just like tempo on turn 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm hoping they don't do too much more Inkwell interaction. I just want that to just be there. Inkwell's there. Everything else is everything else.
We need
But
things
now,
to stop ramp, and they're kind of
Yeah.
trying with the new Daisy. Having ink come into play exerted is kind of relevant. The problem is she costs too much. Like the 2-drop 2/3 support 2, put that ability on her. They should have just made her super rare. Put that text on her as a 2-drop 2/3 support that does that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe
Now,
it's too good,
yeah.
but I think it's
Webby has been a good kind of catch up to the Sapphire ramp stuff too. I mean, Webby's been kind of shutting it down a little bit, but I love your point. I think that there should be more, but I personally would like to just keep that just separate, man. Let's just not mess with it. Hey, you got more ink than me? Just blow up some ink. Let's ink match, dude. Ink match negotiator, dude. Blow up your ink to match my ink. Something like that.
It's the card is banned in multiplayer Magic.
That card
limited
exists?
resources. Players can't ink past 5. Well, actually,
What?
it says like once there's 10 ink in play, no one can ink.
Oh, that's crazy.
So if I ramp up to 6, and once you get to 4, then no one can ink again. I could blow up one of your ink and then ink again, and you can't ink anymore. But in a
Come on.
multiplayer game, everyone gets like 2 people get 3 ink and 2 people get 2, and then no one can ink again. So it's just like not designed for multiplayer.
Yeah, I hope we don't do. Hey, the ink is dry. Inkwell is dry. Inkwell on strike. Hey, you can't ink. Man, leave me alone, man. Let me just play my cards. You play your cards and get out of my face. As we got multiple John Silvers over there in akimbo, staring down this Clarabelle Enchanted, may I add. Both of these John Silvers versus one Clarabelle. Who's going to come out on top? Find out next time on the ICL on a Tuesday. And we're going to be joined.
I think the 5/6s are better.
Now we have Clarabelle Akimbo versus John Silver Akimbo. And now the Clarabelle Wars are waging, and John Silver cannot match energy with these 2 dancing cows. You hate to see it. 1 pirate versus 2 dancing cows? I thought the pirate would win.
You would think a pirate would be able to deal with some dancing cows, but
Not today.
not when they draw a bunch of cards.
Yeah, hate to see it as the cows are raging. John Silver looking sad here. You may have to engage in
You have
fisticuffs.
to
That will be a
challenge.
1-for-1 trade.
No, we're
He's
questing.
questing.
Maybe
What's
we're
the plan?
bouncing. Oh, all right, all right,
Oh.
all right.
We're-
That's one way to trade pirates with cows.
That's a mean. We got a little mean and scary, and we will play the perfect gentleman. Donald Marquavius Duck has hit the board, and he's going to be able to help-
Marquavius. Marquavius. Donald Marquavius Duck. Scrooge McDuck's nephew.
I'm sorry. I'll lock back in, dude. I'm tired. Long day. No, we're good. We're chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling. All right, we're chilling. We got Clarabelle up, and this is a great way to combat Clarabelle, though. Keeping your hand size relatively modest. 1 card in hand. Clarabelle really can't affect you too much, but Fumbles will add his own Donald Duck to the board. Perfect gentleman. The perfect
They're gonna have a lot of
character
cards.
for this deck.
The perfect character. The perfect cast.
Marquavius. Oh, my bad. I said it wrong. It was Marquavius.
Marquavius.
He's quacking.
Marquavius.
You quack me up.
This is Donald, a cousin to the rap enthusiast. The rap enthusiast is his nephew or son. It depends on if he's the cousin to normal Donald Duck or. Oh, wait, no, that's Goofy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think Donald Duck is like when Goofy introduced Donald Duck to his kid? Do you think he's like, this is Uncle Donald? Right.
I think so.
Like,
I think so. Hey, this is your new. They got to be close enough friends. I mean, they've known each other for years, so I think they have to be somewhat of a friend type scenario. as we are going to get the Cindy going now. And now Donald is going to be able to draw 2 cards for each player. So each turn, both of these Illumineers are adding 2 additional cards. 24 minutes left. The mirror match continues.
Is it the
as we
same
have double Cindy.
playmat, same characters?
Well, the true mirror. But we do see the mini Prince Philip. We got the tiny Royal Explorer Prince Philip is in Fumbles' deck right there. We just talked about it and how important that card could be in this matchup, just threatening the ability to sing and shift.
Yeah, Shadox just needs a combo.
Right now, I think if Shadox can combo here, even though you can get a couple more draws this next turn, so if you don't have it, you got that Cindy cycle as well, so you can look for it. You can also play Vision of the Future with the amount of ink you have and still execute the combo. So you have outs here. Your deck just has to do some bailing for you. You gotta work for you, man. Your deck is kind of in revolt, dude.
I'm Rick's shirt is just like throwing me off.
It's a Donald there. Is it a Christmas
Donald
shirt?
Duck. Yeah.
As we are going to go sailing, looking for another writ. Hopefully that was the card you need to complete the drill. Maybe even you can, I don't even think you can go for a full combo or at least a half combo just with that Prince Philip there. Ward it. You can't even deal with him at all. Donald Duck now thinking about singing, thinking about questing.
Bend my will.
Bend it. 1, 2, 3. It's an Under the Sea Prince Philip and the Donald Duck. So you did not have full combo, but you did have the Prince Philip. At least you're trying to play your outs. Under the Sea would have been actually kind of great there. And we take down your Donald to kind of keep you off of cards and pass back on over. So this is a top deck situation. Feeling bad is Fumbles, but you're one top deck Clarabelle from being right back into this thing. Did you get to it? Are you goated? And you are goated. Oh my goodness, he is goated.
I think he's cowed.
He's cowed.
Moo. How is he beaten down? He goes after the Donald. And then, you're trading the baby Prince Philip, medium-sized Philip. Medium Philip. There we go.
And look at that. Right when you need her, she is there. The beautiful and enchanted Clarabelle light on her hooves. But maybe Shadox has an ability to play her own Clarabelle. Clarabelle shift, you're welcome here. And you are so back. And the mirror continues on. This mirror right here needs to be banned in the ICL, Luke. We got to get rid of it. We can't have it.
Just gonna message be like, yo, do you think you can switch your 2 and 3 around for no reason? No reason.
Like we gotta switch it up, guys. Come on, just ban.
You're trying to submit your deck, and it's just like beep, no,
beep. Error, please resubmit.
Resubmit, change deck around. It's like if you want to play this round, play select it faster.
But they are playing an incredible pace. It's just these decks are a slog. Like this mirror match is just something that I like the deck, and I would love to play this deck in a tournament. But there's no chance I can go 7-8 rounds of doing this. I would just crash out. My brain just would not be able to handle it. As we are going to send that Clarabelle down to the Inkwell, and this is looking pretty good for Shadox now. But we still have you still have cards in hand from Fumbles who may be able to respond in kind. I don't think we've seen a Hades the Infernal Schemer yet from Fumbles position. Maybe he's just not playing the card. Let's see.
It's not honestly that bad of a mirror. There is quite a bit of skill expression, but just like the Emerald Steel matchup with Diablo, sometimes they just have everything. There's not a dang thing you can do, and you lose the game on the spot. And those feel really frustrating. But if you're able to disrupt them, or they don't have, everything every turn for 5 turns in a row, you do actually kind of have a fun game from a player's perspective. From a viewer's perspective, it is not that fun to watch, honestly.
Yeah, I mean it's still a good time to watch. I mean, I understand. Now maybe I'm overselling it because we are 20 minutes left. We still could potentially force a game number 3 here if Shadox can clutch up and get this thing done. It just takes a really long time for them to get to the point. And me and my Lorcana, just get it over with, man. Get to the point. get to the point, man. Like, what is the point? And just get to it, as we are going to go full combo here for the first time. Shoutouts goes Malicious, Mean, and Scary into the Prince Philip. We'll get another board clear. Can Fumbles rebuild one final time? I think you're going to have to make another push, as Shadow's now holding still 3 cards in hand, and now you got that position where you can start pressuring 5 lore turn.
That is quite a bit of lore.
And that's usually how it goes. You can establish, and there is the schemer. We're scheming and dreaming. We're sending that Prince Philip down into the inkwell, which is exactly what you want to do, just to slow down that race. Shadow's now sitting at 7. You're pressuring 3. You still got a long way to go. You got to start questing at some point. Is Fumbles, as we are going to just cycle another card, kick it back on over to Shadow's now.
I like that. Like getting rid of something we don't want to filter away and adding another small lore, like a character that's not that relevant. But just could gain
whatever it is, the T-pos and the bad cards, you can kind of get rid of even those superfluous Cinderellas, as we will get another complete mirror again. Same mat, same cards on board, same cards in the discard, just been played, and we are rocking.
Not the same sleeves.
I'd love it if they had the same sleeves. I'd be like, okay,
what I feel like doing? Fumbles fumbled by not having sapphire sleeves. He either needed emerald or sapphire sleeves, one of the two. Either so we have the same sleeves, or together they made the deck color together. Like we needed one of those.
I know they do talk a lot, and I know they work together sometimes on different things. So maybe they share some ideas and on what they want to do, and they kind of know what each other's path to victory. I mean, clearly they know how these decks operate versus each other, and I think they could have coordinated sleeves. I think green and green or blue and blue, I think it'll work.
Ooh, Enchanted.
Enchanted Hades back at it again for the second time. I believe that Hades got You're Welcome back to the deck and found his way back to the field. And we're going to You're Welcome our own gear back to the deck just to try to find some new cards. Beautiful Enchanted You're Welcome as well. Fumbles low-key kind of cooking with these enchanted cards.
Yeah, he definitely likes his pretty cards.
And he is currently he has fully rebuilt after the Bend to My Will and the Malicious, Mean, and Scary combo. So you're fighting through some serious adversity here. Staring down one of Cinderella Dreams Come True. Now you need some of those units. And I don't know if it's John Silver that you need. You need some big body units that are going to be able to be resilient to this board, as you have 2 Hades you're staring down, and you've already deployed one version of the combo. We're going to take a sail along the Azurite Sea. What do we find on those treacherous waters? A path to victory? Nay. Captain's log.
Nay. We are but men.
Right. Sorry.
This is why we don't cast together.
No, I know. I know, man. I'm sorry, dude.
We need to hang out on stream more often so we can get it out of our system.
I gotta lock back in, dude. We're locked in. As we get this Max Goof, Chart Topper is going to be on the board. Rap Enthusiast, really mix it up on the mic, and we will ramp ourselves with the Donald Duck. So now, if you can keep this board around,
to exert it,
you're gonna be back. You just gotta live for one. You gotta let him exert one time. Fumbles is kind of low resource. Maybe he has another answer to this Chart Topper, and he realizes how big of a threat that thing is. You can't let him exert. And you absolutely will not, as the Basil will come on down and bounce that Chart Topper back to the hand. And then we're going to send him under the sea. We're losing that Cinderella. So just going for one card back into the deck, that could keep you around if you're talking about a deck out strategy. But I don't think it's going to get to that point. Fumbles now pressuring with 6 pieces of lore. And Donald Duck only holding down 2. Can't challenge any of these Hades effectively at all. Stare down commences again. What can Shadow's do? We know one of those cards is a Chart Topper, no tempo card, and he needs to survive.
I mean, he's been listening to some Spin Doctor, going around in circles, into play, back to hand. Does he come back into play again? No, he does not. We go to the ink with a Donald. McQuavius Duck the third. Oh, but then we see the Enthusiast with a Cindy coming down. We're going to race for that last bit of lore. But
the
it
race
kind of
looks
Fumbles is a little bit better-ish. Maybe it's
no,
hard to say.
He's holding. You got the Donald Duck is going for 2.
Oh, it
Those
is
are going
2.
for
I was
2.
thinking it was only 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those guys are going for 2. So right now you are technically winning the race, and if Fumbles needs an out here to kind of clear your character, I guess you start challenging too. The Basil can go
Another
1 up.
Basil would be rough.
Yeah,
'Cause
Basil
I
into
mean-
Quest Basil.
I mean, we get either battle Basil and survive, or we bounce and quest. Actually, it does look like it's in favor of Rick, because if he quests up to 15, then Shadox has to remove. But we quest, we do get to hit the.
Yeah,
I'm assuming there's a you're welcome.
There is a you're welcome, and if you do get a quest off with that chart topper, you're going to lose 2 units of lore there off the side of yourself. We play the Clarabelle now, and the Basil probably going to have to engage in fisticuffs here and probably engage in battle and challenge and manage this Donald Duck right now. And I'm certain Fumbles would love to get that lore instead of challenging in this exact spot. Looking at discard, the songs you have available, I believe there's the one jump ahead in there. There is a you're welcome in there. And there's
if your
and
opponent is like, let me see your discard, I'm just like, this goof is living. He's not being banished. He's questing. He's going on an adventure. He's having the time of his life. He's humming his favorite tunes.
But you are top decking though. So what do you do? Are you going to welcome your own unit back to your own deck?
Ooh!
Vision of the Future is insane right here. That can give you exactly what you need in this spot to clear some more off the board and establish your own bouquet of characters looking for the biggest threat that you possibly can find. Another Vision. You hate to see it as we send all that stuff back to the bottom of the deck. At this point, you got to really look at those cards and stack those things, because you never know. You're probably going to see those cards again here very soon. The way you put those down so fast and indicated that they were cheeks.
Or he's digging for a very specific card. I don't know what that card is. A mean malicious to put 2 damage on everything. That's not enough to fully wipe.
It
would be pretty good though.
I take the Clarabelle still. I mean, if you can find a Clarabelle, you still have enough ink to deploy it. You can chart topper the you're welcome and send one of the Hades or something back to the deck. As we are going to quest the chart topper right now, going for the malicious mean. Never mind, didn't even see that in there, as it looks like we did find the malicious mean. It's going to put a damage everywhere. I think you have plenty of ink still left over to go for the Prince Philip here, and that would be devastating if you could pull it off.
Devastating.
Just challenging. That's a good sign to see a challenge coming in. I'm sure Fumbles loves to see it, but it's going to be the Clarabelle. So interesting, going for the malicious mean situation there over the you're welcome. Maybe you didn't want to give Fumbles some more hand units as well. I don't hate it.
You're already getting to draw 2 cards. You don't want him having more answers, and it just gets rid of. It deals a lot of.
What happened there?
Damage.
Can we rewind? Because we go malicious mean. Basil did not get banished off the malicious mean.
Yeah, it did.
But the Cinderella challenged the Basil, and he challenged the Donald, so he should be.
Did the Cinderella challenge the Basil last turn? What did the Cinderella do?
How did Cinderella get banished?
Okay, thank you. As I said, it died to the mean malicious. The Cinderella challenged into the Hades.
Oh, okay. My bad. Okay, my bad.
You're making me look bad in front of my friends, JD.
We always got to stop the action, man, to make sure that everything is right. I just want to make sure.
It's better to look like we don't know what we're doing than to prevent a mishap from.
And shout out to the judges, man. I believe Robin is wearing the gown tonight, and the swinging the hammer and the gavel. Our ICL judges are some of the best judges in the world. So I'm more often than not, I'm going to be wrong, but I'm always going to try to err on the side of caution just to make sure the game is going to be as fair as possible, because no one's perfect.
Yep.
But more often than not, I'm going to be wrong, but I'm always going to do it anyway and just be wrong. I'd rather be wrong.
Look like we're going to have a 10-minute game 3 possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in shuffling our own to try to hit combo off the top.
It could actually happen though. I mean, you never know, as these cards can. Fumbles has been drawn pretty okay adjacent. I mean, you hit that Clarabelle to kind of keep you in this game. After that bend in my will, that could have just been game over right there. But your deck has been kind of bailing you out, as we are grabbing a ton of ink. It looks like we're going for something.
The first 4 is for the You're Welcome, I'm pretty sure. Because that was a 1-drop Clarabelle, that's pretty sure. Wait.
And we are going to go for it again.
Was it a 1-drop Clarabelle?
I believe so. Yeah, he had a one. I think he had a 1-cost Clarabelle on the board already, right? No. Cindy, into You're Welcome.
Rick's like, are you good, bud? I'm like, obviously not. Obviously not. JD's just got me. I was just like, I swear that was a 1-drop Clarabelle. Where did that come from? He's just like, Cindy's singing, bro. I'm like, there was a Cindy in play? What is in play right now? All I see is giant things.
Bro, this is what the blue green mirror will do to you, man. I know
who won the game? I'm assuming we're going to game 3.
We're going to game 3.
I assume
I know we talked a lot of crap about the Ruby Sapphire mirrors in the past, and we talked a lot of crap about the Blurple mirrors last set. This one is significantly worse to observe.
No.
Significantly. Oh yeah. Oh yes, it is.
You didn't play the game in set 1, friend.
That's fine. I hear the stories about the spell books and all the brooms and all that.
No, it was before spell books. Spell books are what stopped it.
Oh, okay,
it used to literally be looping brooms. And so it was just magic mirror, draw a card, ink, go. Draw a card, ink, go. Draw a card, ink, go.
Man, but you kind of expect stuff like that with the game only has
and they
one
all
set.
went to time.
Luke, man,
not with my deck. My deck didn't.
Luke, we're 10 sets into this thing, man.
The whole new world was in set 1.
we're 10 sets in, man. There's no way they're going to make it in we're going to try. I mean, crazy things have happened in the ICL where people have finished in time, but this is looking like it's going straight to Draw City, and that is what's going to happen if you're playing this deck at a major tournament and you get into the mirror. Prepare to go to time, and that's something you have to really calculate in your training regiment when you're playing. You got to do a ton of testing matches and just make sure that you can know your lines back and forth and play super quick, because your opponent may not do that, and then you're going to end up in time a lot, and you're not going to get a lot of breaks either. Just for the record.
I did not play very many Ruby Sapphire mirrors. The items one was rough enough. I don't know.
Rascal Adams said the Ruby Sapphire mirror was worse than this. I don't think so, man. I think Ruby Sapphire mirror had some texture to it, man. It had some be prepared. It had some.
I didn't think it was worse than this. That's the thing. Is like I think this was worse than that. Like
this is. I'm talking like as a observer, not a player. Just as someone watching. This one is like watching a slow motion train wreck.
It's because it's almost because the decks are too good at answering things, and they're just not good enough at closing out the game, and that's the problem.
And even in the Ruby Sapphire mirror match, they get to the point where they just kind of run out of cards, and then the game would just stop. This game, they don't
run out of cards.
Keep refilling.
That doesn't happen. Oh, you don't have cards? Let me give you 2 more. Let me play Donald McQueevious Duck.
McQuackvious Duck. They just keep adding more cards, and it just keeps going on, and they keep You're Welcome, and you see that's your 6th time playing Hades, because when You're Welcomed it, You're Welcomed it, you must know best that you played 19 Hades. It's
ramp
like,
into ramp.
Here
Ramp is just very powerful of a mechanic, and you'll find out on hopefully this Thursday when I play Speci how good Ramp really is.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, man.
So
Are you
that's
excited?
the only spoiler I'll give. That's the spoilers I'll give.
Are you excited?
I'm hyped. I'm hyped.
Yeah.
If my draws go well and my matchup goes well, it'll be a fantastic show.
Okay, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see you and Speci in the dojo, man, locked in and laser focused. You back in your element.
There's a world, like, I know what Speci played in his last big event in Fabled, and it was like some Emerald Steel hyper aggro. So there's a world that he just plays that, and it doesn't matter what I do, I just get ran over. Like, lose the die roll, get the hyper aggro, on the draw twice and get got. Like, that could be an outcome. I'm hoping it's not an outcome. I'm hoping it's
Okay.
not an outcome.
As we are still ramping here, the Donald Duck is going to get a ramp in, and it looks like we're going to get some challenges up as well, as you're trying to get this trade-off with a double Cinderella play that Fumbles had. That's a very powerful maneuver. And, I mean, at this point, they already got double Cinderella. What are the chances they can go triple Cinderella, as we just take your Cinderella down, leaving Donald and Cinderella side by side?
I think this is poetic if they draw here.
Yeah, that both of the teams remain undefeated.
But that said, at heart, SLTC would win because Ray won a game and Haymaker did not. So it would still be a tie for tiebreaker purposes. But point wise, SLTC would come out of this with an extra point. It would
Higher
be
hit.
4-3 point wise, which all the other teams in the league want to see, because Slab Sharks has an insane lead. So someone keeping Slab Sharks down to only gaining 3 points would be bustedly good for them.
And this is what you do expect with two very powerful undefeated teams. They're taking it all the way to the limit. 3 minutes left in the round. We do have a fully realized, established Clarabelle that is up and active for Rick. Fumbles Del Giorno. Man, I can't read. Oh my goodness. Let's try that again. Rick fumbles Del Giorno. Maybe that's good enough to win this thing in time. You only got a few quests away from victory. That's a lot of quests. Never mind. Forget I said anything. We can't even save it, man. That's a long way to go. And you have another 2 quester down, so maybe we are banging the drum. We're getting closer and closer to victory. Is Fumbles. As we ink another Clarabelle, that's
Quest
another 2
away.
more going down into the inkwell. And we are looking for some more cards to be drawn. Can you make it? I mean, can you get this done in 2 minutes?
Yeah.
I think
If
I'm Shadox,
Shadox
playing not
just-
to lose.
Yeah, if Shadox just doesn't have the combo.
Yeah, and I don't think he's gonna have to get to a character that can stick around, as there is your Clarabelle now. Both of these Illumineers elected to draw some more cards. Each can you even get any? Yeah, you got one off of that.
Of course, an ad starts right there. I didn't notice the tick. Sorry, chat.
Hey, you tried everything you could, man. Twitch got to get their bugs. Like, okay, guys, what are we doing?
I could have snoozed it had I just noticed the green bar above the chat, but
dang, that's a
all I'm
crazy
seeing
time.
is Clarabelle's.
It like lines up right with the game timer too. So that's crazy. That's
The
crazy
game won't end. The game won't end then, right? They will get back from the ad right there, or Shadox concedes. You know.
Yeah, I could see it too. I guess I could have also snoozed it. And I'm sitting right here. We're all just sitting right here, and I could have also snoozed it. But I'm just like trying to snooze myself.
We're in the zone.
I'm in the
We're
zone,
in the
man.
zone.
This mirror match is intense, dude. If you look away for a second, you blink, you might miss it. I've already used my allotment of mistakes today, so I can't afford any more, or you get fired from the ICL. And I'm not trying to do that, as it looks like we have the Basil now, who is going to. No, we're sending the Clarabelle back to the deck. Hard playing the You're Welcome, and now you have the ability to quest. As Fumbles is putting up some pressure here now, really threatening a game-ending situation here on board, and this could be wild and crazy. So everyone in the chat, if we can get some text messages going in for those those ad break Illumineers.
Oh, the ad is over.
The ad is over. We're back.
We're back.
All right, you guys didn't miss anything. We just got Fumbles now, who is putting himself in a position to potentially win this thing in time, sort of.
The Clarabelle got You're
That's right.
Welcomed, and we discarded a spooky sight on a quest, and we played a Visions to grab that You're Welcome. We're just gonna You're Welcome back. I think you gotta have to Clarabelle here. Oh, we're getting rid of both of them. Get rid of those threats, but one at a time.
So it looks like Shadox is playing spoiler here. Just like, if I can't win, we can't win. We're gonna send.
If I can't win, you can't win.
And we're gonna draw a lot of cards here. Is
What
Fumbles.
if Fumbles is like play Prince Philip, and another character, and the next turn shift Prince Philip, quest for like 10.
A billion.
He
That could
only
be
needs
nice.
to add. He needs to play 2 baby Prince Philips, a 1 quester and a 2 quester, and then quest with a Cinderella, and that's exactly Lorthal.
And I like how Fumbles resolved the double your welcome. I had someone double your welcome, or see someone double your welcome, and they just did them both at the same time. I was like, man, that's cheating, bro. You can't. You got to do them one at a time because you could, in theory, draw one of the cards that you just sent back. So, shout out to him for doing that and like.
There's
taking it
1
slow.
prince.
Uh-oh.
There's 2 princes.
Oh. Princess,
what's going on?
To adore you. That's what I said now. Princess, down here. Marry him and marry me. Baby, what is baby? Can't you see? Ain't got no future on family tree, but I don't want a brutal love a heart to be.
I don't want a malicious, mean, and scary.
That's pretty good. Did you just make that up?
I mean, it's the name of the card.
If you want to call me maybe, just go ahead now. 2 princes.
if you want a quest, go ahead, baby. Don't beat me now. I don't know how the actual words go.
Don't beat me now is crazy. But if he does complete
don't
the prophecy
combo
here,
me. Oh.
If he goes, oh my goodness, we're gonna do another You're Welcome.
You can't win now on this turn.
But
we can get a lot.
I mean, you could. You
he
could
just have 2 more turns.
Take your line here and go shift double Prince Philip. That's 6, 7, 8.
Go to 18.
Questing for it right here. Go to 18. That would have been game if you had that Donald Duck still up. Dang. And we are go another Donald Duck. I'm not really feeling this Donald Duck. Flatfoot Detective, not gonna lie. He has been looking real bad in this situation. I'm cutting him immediately if I'm Shadox. As soon as I get a chance. As soon as I get back to Dreamborn, I'm clicking this thing all the way up on my deck instantly and putting literally anything else up in there. I don't know what it is. And we're going full combo. You hate to see it. Oh my goodness.
He doesn't have to shift yet. He's just like answering the board. Do 1 shift. I mean, he doesn't have to double shift yet. Commit other characters, keeping the other one, because I'm pretty sure it was turn 0, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I guess he's not going to have 2 more turns. He only has 1 more turn after this. So if Shadox can ink and combo, he stops it. Otherwise, Rick has... I can't tell if that's 1 card or a pile of cards. I did say that the Sharks would win, and there's no way for them to fully win, but they could get the draw. So I'm losing no matter what. How much am I losing? I did initially say I wanted to vote for the SLTC, but everyone else took all of the votes, and it looks like
that was the silliest TiVo off the top that you've ever seen. And Rick wins in time, or not in time, but in turns. GG's, well played by both of these Illumineers, as Rick is done with the win. And I get another dub, man. That's more money in the bank. I went 3 for 3 on my gambles, and I'm going straight to the casino. Talk to him, ICL. Thanks for the funding. All right, but let's hop on in there. Let's meet these Illumineers and hear what they have to say about this crazy, crazy game.
Top deck Clarabelle. What was that? Game 2. I thought was the nuttiest thing ever.
Whoa, gentlemen,
every game
was pretty good.
Gentlemen, congratulations on your win, Fumbles. You got it done. You knocked it out, and your luck has changed a little bit in this very intensive, super grindy mirror match that you guys played. First, I got to ask both of you, gentlemen. We'll start with you, Fumbles, and then we'll pick it over to Josh. What do you guys think about this mirror match, and how do you maintain the mental clarity to make this a reality? I almost gave up here for the broadcasting booth, not gonna lie.
This has been like a big talk of late, but it's one of the things of like a Clarabelle game where it's almost like how blue-purple last set, if you Hades first, you lost. Clarabelling first for very little value versus your opponent being able to capitalize on that is pretty big. And then game 3, you saw that I kept him off of having a singer like the entire game. So that was like the difference for that one. So it's keeping them off singers and then making sure that you could get your Clarabelle value when you can. Yeah. Donald's pretty good. I like that card.
Donald solid. Clarabelle solid. Yeah, like you said, just like getting the singers off, right?
Yeah. Did you lose them, Luke?
Well, no, JD, you're muted in Discord.
I'm not muted in Discord.
Now we hear you now.
Really?
Yep.
I hear you.
Oh, my bad. What was this then? I'm losing it, man. I'm sorry.
No,
My
long night.
brain. How about now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Can we hear you now? Good.
All right, gentlemen. I just want to say again, congratulations on your victory, Fumbles, getting it done in a pretty impressive fashion down the stretch. I really enjoy watching those matches, especially that game 1 and that game 3. You kind of alluded to some of the things that went well for you there, but in that game 2, can you talk about some of the things that went wrong for you? We saw the bend to my will. Is that a card you're playing in your deck, and how effective was that against you in this matchup?
Yeah, so Bend is like one of the most important cards for the mirror, but it's pretty useless everywhere else. So there's a few like circumstances where it's pretty good, but overall, like I'm not playing it at the moment. If I were to play it, I would just throw it on top and just be the 61st card, just because I really don't want to cut anything else. And I played Jetsam for fun, but like that could just be any other 7-drop. And we didn't get to see my Potion of Malice. But other than that, I mean, Potion of Malice and Bend to My Will are probably like 2 really good cards for the mirror. Potion's pretty good because you just don't need to rely on Malicious, Mean, and Scary, 12 Ink, or any of that to activate Philip sometimes. So
Nice. And it was a nice show. Both of you guys trying to do what you can to keep the other off of the full combo, off of the ability to be able to sing songs. There was a turn that came up there that Bend in My Will did happen, and you had that Clarabelle immediately as the follow up. Can you just talk about the feelings of that? And did you think your luck is finally starting to change?
Dude, that was the most anti-fumbles moment ever. The top deck Clarabelle after a Bend to My Will
That's normal.
Is
Don't
peak.
lie.
Actually, think of it this way. That top deck made that game go so much longer. It was almost a fumble by causing you to not win game 3.
It gave me hope.
At a time.
Yeah. It gave false hope. So usually whenever I get Bend to My Willed and I don't have like a board established and I have no hand now and my opponent is destroying me, I usually just scoop right there. But you always got to see the next card. So
yeah, and just check it out.
The best card.
Yeah,
and it was actually the exact card you needed. And there was some other things that happened. But I just one more thing about that game number 1. You were on the draw. Can you just talk about that play? You had the Clarabelle, and you had the Clarabelle. You're welcome. Shadox had the perfect curve. You guys were both curving very well. It seems like you both had Tipo Cindy more often than not. But he got to the point where he ran out of gas, and you had the gas. And then was that a part of your plan to kind of just keep that initiative and not pass it back on over to Shadox, turning that corner?
Was that part of your plan to have everything? Well, they had nothing.
No, that's not what
Josh, was it part of my plan?
Yeah,
part of the plan.
It was 100% part of his plan. You know what he said? You know what he said before the match started? He's like, "Oh, I just PayPal'd the shuffler guy." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Nice.
I'm the shuffler guy.
Yeah.
Nice, Shadox. So how much did the shuffler guy ask for? And Shadox, why didn't you just go ahead and pay?
Because I'm broke.
Dang, man.
But to answer your question though, JD, so I had the You're Welcome, and Josh didn't have, or Shadox didn't have You're Welcome. That was like a pretty big difference right there. So I was able to get rid of his Clarabelle. So that was kind of the example of like, if you Clarabelled for like little to no value and couldn't punish me more, then that's where like that kind of took over. But at the end of the day, it was just, I was able to empty my hand for the most part as well. So keeping each other very low Clarabelle value is what's important.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I can see it. I can see that. I can see that.
We were talking. We were just like, yeah, if Josh here has the Under the Sea, he wins the game on the spot, and he didn't have the Under the Sea.
You're not playing Under the Sea, correct? Right.
No, not Under the Sea.
Yeah, because you're playing Spooky. Yeah.
Yeah. Spooky would have done well too, though. Yeah.
Both cards have their moments. I particularly like Under the Sea more. I think it's more universally better, but Spooky Sight can save you games that were pretty unwinnable. So.
In a lot of different situations. Okay. But Shadox, man, tell us about your deck. We saw those blue, green as well, but you had some different tools of the trade there. You had cards like John Silver. You had cards like Donald Duck, Flatfoot Detective. How good are those cards in this situation? And where do you think it went wrong for you other than just not having it all?
I think it was, yeah, I mean, Donald wasn't that great. He didn't show that well there. He's okay sometimes. It's just, yeah. In that matchup, he would be good earlier just to get some good pressure in, but when I see him later, he's not really doing much. So that's one thing. The other was, yeah, Rick was kind of crazy with his draws and mine were not.
Yeah, for
Mm.
sure.
Yeah. What else? Yeah, I'm on Spooky Sight over Under the Sea. Like Rick said, it has its moments. Under the Sea is like sort of universally good, but Spooky has its moments too, especially like if we're
Yeah, the game 3 too.
yeah. If I had it
Uh,
there, when you hit it, like I would have been able to remove the Prince Phillips and I think it was not Cindy, Clarabelle and yet something else. So I could have removed it there, whereas Under the Sea wouldn't have been able to do that. But I mean, it doesn't matter. I didn't have it there at all. So
Yeah.
yeah. Also, the one bend is kind of clutch a lot of the
Yeah.
time. It's always been like a tech choice in green blue, right, for the last couple of
Yeah.
sets.
I think
yeah.
so.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I think so. I think I've seen people play it last set. I think people play it when we were all like using Bobby Zimmerowski and stuff, but he kind of completely just fell all the way up out of the situation. But if you could if you could run this back, is there any cards you would add? As people are watching this, they might want to pick some of your brains about these kind of things. Were there any cards you would take out or add if you had to run back this exact same match again?
For me,
yeah, go ahead.
For
yeah,
you,
I'll-
for
yeah, for me, I don't know. I'm still not like 100% familiar with the set because I haven't played too much. I've been busy with work and like other stuff. But the Donalds could probably go. Cindy was like crazy, so this is like my first time actually playing her. So she's kind of nuts. Under the Sea versus Spooky is a good consideration to try out. Otherwise, can't think of like too much else. Like the Prince Philip stuff was obviously great. Max Goof was also really good. Rick, you're not on that, right? Like Max Goof is.
No, Max Goof is a great card.
Yeah.
I'm not playing any Mother Knows Bests or anything like that. And so the reason why Max Goof's so good is because there's only like 4 6-drops, and I guess technically 8 if you count Clarabelle Shift. But adding an extra 6-drop after Cindy is pretty good. So
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I
Must
like that
answer card.
And what about you? What about you, Rick? If you could add some new cards in that kind of help with this matchup in particular, this mirror match, because I know people are going to be playing this mirror match a lot, and I think it's going to be one of those things that you need to be well versed in. So if you had to do this thing over, would there be any cards that you would add in your deck or take out of your deck going forward?
I think like the biggest thing is just like throwing one bend in. Like whoever has bend to my will has like an insanely higher percent chance to win the matchup. And then overall, it's one of those things that you just have to be aware of your pace of play in a green blue mirror. Like we were lucky enough to finish in time, at time, I guess I should say. But like the biggest thing is just being aware of when you lose the game. If you feel like it's very hard to come back sometimes with these games, like you think you can because you have a board wipe with Malicious, Mean, and Scary and Philip, but like realistically they could just answer you right away. So it's very difficult. Like Wonder said, just knowing when to probably go next is pretty big. But other than that, it's just bent to my will for the mirror match.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, I like it, man. I enjoyed the matchup a lot. I have a great amount of respect for both you players, as you guys both know. I like you guys a lot, and I'm sorry you had to play against each other, but congratulations to you, Fumbles, for getting the win and keeping your team undefeated. Shadowx, your team is still in a very comfortable position in the ICL, and I'm certain that you can go on and still have great effects throughout the remainder of this tournament. But gentlemen, as we prepare to close down the show, as tradition here in the ICL, we like to extend you the offer to give some shout outs or say some things to the players out here who might be watching at home. So shout outs, we'll start with you first, and then we'll kick it over to Rick as we wrap it up.
The usual shout out to my teammates, Slab Sharks, and our sponsor. Shout out to SLTC, of course, and ICL. Thanks again for doing all of this. And to the players out there watching, thanks. Yep.
That's what's up. I like it.
Be jealous. This could be you. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, for the players out there, be jealous. You could be stuck in a green blue mirror match for like ages.
you can
even worse, you could be casting it.
Oh man, we don't listen back to the footage, please. Just don't run it back. Please don't run it back. Okay, we were both losing our minds over here, but we made it through.
We were singing some songs. We were getting through it.
We were making it happen. But Rick, again, congratulations on your victory. You got it done. What are your final victory lap thoughts here? Shout outs from you.
Shout out to the whole ICL. Shout out to the casters, judges. Thank you guys so much for running this. Shout out to our lovely opponents of Slab Sharks, except for level 9001. Diego, you got scared. I called you out, and you wanted to hide behind your golden Mickeys. How dare you? I'll see you in Richmond, dude, and I'm taking you out of that tournament. No, but yeah, shout out to SLTC. I'm glad to always be the anchor. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
And brought it home for the team. Well, congratulations to you again, gentlemen. And thank you guys so much for your participation in the program. We can't do it without you guys. So with that, we'll let both of you guys go while we hop back into the booth and begin to shut down the show.
Thank you.
Have a great night, guys.
Am I back? Am I here?
Are you? Let's see. Did you mute in Discord?
Yes, I did.
Oh, yay! Victory for JDZ!
Yo, what a night!
Dude, that's a Sonic one, right?
That is when he gets a 1-up.
Yeah.
That's it, man. But what a great show, Luke. Good night, good show, great matches. The ICL is always going to be a nice time. I can't wait to be back at it again tomorrow with more ICL action.
Oh yeah.
And it's always fun to cast with
And
you,
we're...
man. I know we don't get a chance to do it that often.
It's a blast. I wish I didn't have to produce at the same time. I feel like I always have to, like, the person I'm casting with, I put extra effort on to you to have to hold down as I'm like looking over doing stuff.
You're doing a great job, man. You're doing a whole lot. I've done the whole producer / broadcaster thing. It takes a lot of skill. That's a talented position to be in. So I've seen it. I'm not jealous of it, but you're doing a great job. You barely can tell. But who are we seeing tomorrow, though, Luke?
Enter the battlefield versus luxury games.
Ooh, that's going to be another good one. So we got another spoiled matchup, and I need my money. I won that bet as well, so I need to get cashed out before we go. And I won my channel points.
I cashed out those channel points.
Oh, you did? Okay,
so
cool.
Now, so we did get to watch every team we've seen at least once on the ICL. So now in the last few rounds, we're going to try to hit some of the really fancy matchups when we get to see them.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to be picking and choosing each week. So we're going to be going for ETB, Enter the Battlefield, and Luxury. And then next week, oh, that's interesting. That's a tough one. Maybe we'll run a poll. We'll do a Twitter poll for who we want to see on there. Because next week on Tuesday, we have Illuminati versus SLTC. We've got Ink Knights versus Impact TCG.
Okay.
And we have Ink versus World Class Cards. And
we got to see that one. That's the one.
I have a feeling that's the one that's going to get it.
That's a rematch. That's a bubble match because they played before, and the Ink team.
Oh, yeah, and they played in the expedition match.
Yeah,
the expedition match.
And the Ink guys have been popping off this whole time, so I would love to see that one. That's a good.
And maybe we won't go to a vote. We'll just pick that one. JDZ picked for the crowd. He picked.
That's the pick. We got to see that one because they've been Ink has been popping off on them for a while ever since that victory in the exhibition match. So I'd love to see that one. But I like the idea of seeing hot feature matches, seeing who's hot right now. And that just encourages more people to be hot, be good, and you'll get back onto the main stage of the ICL. But Luke, what a wonderful night. I can't wait to run it back with you again tomorrow, man.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a blast. I'm assuming you've got to run, so let's do a raid here. I just had it open. We're going to hit up Meyer Madness. We've seen him a few times. I do believe he's doing some LCCCC casting at some point, probably with you.
Maybe.
I thought about trying to do some double dipping, playing and casting, but it's probably there's enough people who want to cast that it's probably unfair if I did that.
I think Spessy did it before too. I think he played and casted before, so I think it's cool if you do it. Maybe. But I would personally like to keep him a little separation there, so you can kind of make it seem a little bit more official. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you got the casters over here, the players over here, and you kind of start merging streams. It gets a little weird. But
very fair. All right, but we're gonna hit this raid right now. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you tomorrow, and say hi to Myers for me.
Peace.
Boom. Raid in 7, 5, 3, 1, and we're off.
Nice. Very good. What? Okay, so I gotta look at the calendar today.